The views and opinions expressed in the media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster, which is Negative 43 TV. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel. If you have a complaint about something or you find your content is being used incorrectly, please contact the broadcaster prior to making a copyright claim. Any infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction.
Okay, that wasn't actually a mute, although I'll go ahead and give it to you, Nega. It's Christmas Eve. There's a lot of rushing around, and with everything going on, I forgot to put myself on stage. So technically not a mute, but I will in fact give that to you. Negasonic, middle-aged dickhead. That was more of a technical error caused by human incompetence. Let's say that. Silicone, thank you so much for the super chat. That makes wrecking the beginning of the show well worth it. Hashtag Baritone Army. I am all with that. So let's hope I got all the goofy out of the way. And ladies and gentlemen, on this Christmas Eve, it is time for the prayer. Yes, it is. As soon as my email goes away.
Just understand, man. Pray for me, bro. Real talk. Matter of fact, I'm going to pray right now.
It's always something,
as much as I can. But Lord, please help me and give me the strength to be able to take on and handle.
And the real pisser of all of that is I'm not high. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change that right now. This is the earliest Smoke 'em If You Got 'em we've ever had here on Negative 43 TV.
All of this spiritual you-know-whats that they're sending at me, please give me the strength to stand in your name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of you-know-what, right? Or you-know-what and your staff, they comfort me.
Your you-know-what and your staff, they comfort me. Good. Lord in heaven, here is one of the great comedic talents in Sneedville, if not all of Purgatory. Ladies and gentlemen, it's DZ 1119 joining us on this very special Christmas Eve on Negative 43 TV.
And just stick with me. Please, Lord Jesus Christ, stick with me through all of this, through the temptation, through all of the evil that's coming at me. Please bring karma and justice and true righteousness to this situation. Please, as you have never left my side, continue to back me and support me.
You know, DZ, if you're a marijuana smoker, as I am, Christmas Eve has always been one of those days where you just have to load in. Oh boy, am I armed to the teeth. I have 3 carts and I have a 1/4 ounce of fabulous skunk bud. I could really get tore up if I chose to.
in my cause for doing your work on this planet.
And I just chose to.
Please support me and give me the resources I need. Please bring me people that are going to donate and support me financially. Please bring me the money and
Now here it's Toothless Bane. Say hi.
tools to do your work on this planet to make sure that I stop these people from child. Hold on.
Yeah, he really thinks that thy rod means his dick. It's like a shepherding references or something, totally lost on him anyway.
God, please help my soul to be at peace. Please help me just be able to learn how to deal the best way possible and not allow evil, malicious energies to affect my peace, my state of mind. Please protect me. And I know that you are there with me. I know.
No, he's not. If he's real, and I choose to believe that he is, he's avoiding you. Please welcome Escape Velocity, who's listening in their car. Oh my goodness, how much I love that. I love it so.
That you support everything that I am doing in your name. Again, please help me, give me strength where I do not have it to stand up to these oppressors, to these evil people, to this system.
Oh, it's such a festive Christmas Eve already for several reasons. Hatfield McCoy is here. He made it. Right now, I'm laughing at the contribution of Toothless Bane. Thy rod makes my throat sore, Lord. Ooh, that's hard-hitting comedy on Negative 43 TV.
Again, please give me all the tools, resources, and people to back me in my effort to completely stop child and to protect the youth and to protect these people from everything.
Yeah, I can imagine Tyree choking and his mascara running down his face. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Skies Up.
That's going on that they're unaware of and cannot protect themselves from. Please help me and give me the strength, God, to push forward in the midst of confusion, in the midst of my anxiety, my frustration, and my not knowing what's going to happen to me next. Just continue to supply me with the faith I need to continue to hold on to you at all costs. And please guide me through this hell. All right? Please just continue to be there and just give me the strength I need to overcome what we all know is going on.
As I like to say from time to time, it's my favorite crustacean, and he's barnacle-free, which makes it even better. It's lobster.
Spiritually behind closed doors, you know, the wicked will never win. They lost the minute they were wicked. They lost the minute they were evil. And I just want to say that I love you, God. I love you, Jesus Christ. Thank you for providing me with the beautiful life that I have lived. Give me, you know, more.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and we're already testing the outer limits of comedy.
More and more time. Continue to make me immortal in your name.
Oh, boy.
And have me know, not think, not doubt, but know that I am immortal and I am inconquerable because I stand in the name of righteousness, in your name, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of God. I stand up to all of these evil people. All right, by myself, and I'm never by myself because you are with me. You and the millions of ancestors that support me, the voice, I'm the voice of the voiceless. Just continue to give me the resilience and strength and just everything. Supply me with all the tools that I need to do this. Please help me to build this entire company business idea into a full-scale agency operation to truly stop all of these evil, wicked people's plans and plots for me and for our planet. Please help me to protect everyone here. And, you know, just give me the power. You know, truly, I need your power. I need your guidance.
Are you scheduled to stream right now?
And I need you. I am aware I cannot do this by myself. It is too much for me to handle, and it takes a lot, but this is way too much for me. You know?
No, I mean, yeah, you by all means, everybody that wants to get into streaming should absolutely get into streaming. This guy, it's turned into quite a hobby for me. It really has. No, of course, I wouldn't care if you go live. Wouldn't care at all, Mega. Let's see. Okay, there we are. No, just saying, you never know with Joey. No, you really truly don't. TQ6 is here on this Christmas Eve afternoon.
So I call out to your name, God, Jesus Christ, please. I am begging you to help me get through this. Help me save my life, please. Heal me. Help me. Give me the way. I know you will provide the way. Provide me a way for me to scale through this matrix, through every challenge and obstacle that it provides, and just give me the strength and resilience necessary. Clear the path for me as you have done. Continue to protect me, and just know that every step I take is divine, and in your name,
Wow.
amen.
Wow. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Richbaritone, and Negative 43 TV is live for this Christmas Eve, December 24th. Everything got done. Everything's in the oven. It's a wonderful thing right now. So I will be here for at least an hour and a half, maybe a couple of hours. That's how long it's going to take dinner to become ready. And who knows? I may end it when dinner's ready, but then again, I may let it run while I eat. So that could happen too. So we're totally open-ended here on this. Yes, on this Christmas Eve here on Negative 43 TV. We are starting off with what may be a huge surprise for a great many of you. What am I talking about? Let me raise the curtain and say hello to King Yeti. Okay, the curtain's up. Now let me put something on stage. Would that be novel? You bet. There it is. Yes, indeed. It says Tyree Sneed, Sneedville. That is the new channel of our personal Lords and Savior here in Sneedville. The real Tyree Sneed. That is his new channel. So you'll want to subscribe. You may want to do it right now. RTS only needs 8 more subscriptions as of last night. 8 more subscriptions, and YouTube will once again be blessed with the streaming talents of one, the real Tyree Sneed. And I think that is a condition that we all want to have happen. Hello to King Yeti, who joins us here on this Christmas Eve. Yes, indeed. It's a rockin' Christmas Eve right here on Negative 43 TV. You guys celebrate on Christmas Eve? Oh, yeah, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the whole thing. Some families open on Christmas Eve. My best friend's family opens on Christmas Eve. We've always waited until Christmas Day. Just something about, oh, did he really? Did he really? Okay, we have an update. RTS streamed last night, according to Negasonic Middle-Aged Dickhead. So apparently he got his subs. Nonetheless, I'm going to push it right now. If you're not subbed, sub up. By golly, it's absolutely necessary. Before we get to Tyree Sneed on this Tuesday afternoon, as well as being Christmas Eve, we are going, yes, we are. We're going to listen to the Tyree Sneed song, Labor Slave. It's a diss song. It's from the real Tyree Sneed. It's right here on Negative 43 TV right now. And there is Connie's crusty charred gooter. We call her C4. Let's click on it and see what happens, everybody. Circle of Infinite Entertainment. Back now that we can get a really clean start and enjoy the genius. Why don't you?
Tyree Sneed, life is too hard, no home to sleep in, stuck on the boulevard. Ain't got no job, ain't got no money. The Christians came along and put some snacks in his tummy. The Christians came and picked up Tyree Sneed. They forced him into labor in exchange to fill his needs. They gave him chocolate milk, they gave him snacky poos, in search for a soul, the kind you put on some shoes. Underneath the bridge he stayed. No job, no food, no pay. Christians came and forced him into labor. Now he's eating Laffy Taffy, trying to savor the flavor. Sweeping streets and cleaning halls, no purpose through it all. They gave him hope but took his device. They kicked him out when he sang Fire and Ice.
Like fire and ice.
Tyree's world began to fade away, laboring hard every single day. He longed for his freedom, he longed for his device. He can't stay away from you too, he is a vaggot. He is a vaggot. Underneath the bridge he stayed. No job, no food, no pay. Christians came and forced him into labor. Now he's eating Laffy Taffy, trying to savor the flavor. Underneath the bridge he stayed. He stayed. No job, no food, no pay. Christians came and forced him into labor. Now he's eating Laffy Taffy, trying to savor the flavor. Streets and cleaning halls, no purpose through it all. They gave him hope but took his device. They kicked him out when he sang Fire and Ice. And ice. Tyree's world began to fade away, laboring hard every single day. He longed for his freedom, he longed for his device. He can't stay away from your tube, he's a vaggot, he's a vaggot. Underneath the bridge he stayed. His fate will never change. Christians kicked him out cause he claimed to be the Messiah. They wouldn't listen. My neg-ha, he keeps on farting, talking shit. Tyree hot off the mouth, you know I'm talking about dog. Drinking a lot of this, losing a lot of teeth. Christians put him to work, he will make it to the end of the week. Underneath the bridge he stayed. No job, no food, no pay. Christians came and forced him into labor. Now he's eating Laffy Taffy, trying to savor the flavor.
Yes, indeed. That was the Labor Slave song from the real Tyree Sneed. Once again, go sub up to Tyree Sneed, Sneedville, if you have not already done so. He is, after all, a god here in Purgatory. It just simply can't be argued. So before we go over to newer Tyree Sneed material, if he goes live, let me know. We'll go on ahead and switch right over. But here lately, I've been getting a lot of requests for more historic Tyree Sneed content. There are so many new people here in Sneedville. And, oh boy, you know you're having a good time when your voice cracks. That's when you know it's becoming truly a quality show. Anyway, I think that's a wonderful idea. We scroll down here. This is absolutely a repository of Tyree Sneed history here at Tyree Sneed, Sneedville. Which one, though? There are so many good ones. Should I go Journey to Rebuild, Episode 5, Control Your Spine? Or, no, we're going to go here. This is absolutely classic. You've heard this referenced before. Now, so many of you are going to see this for the first time right here live because of the greatness that is the real Tyree Sneed. So here we go, everybody. This is Tyree Sneed, and the plan is to go to jail. This is between 2015 and 2016, so it's pretty vintage at this point. Negative 43 TV, Christmas Eve with Richbaritone.
Bucks, and everybody knows that.
Okay, now I have to cue that back to the beginning, and while I'm doing that, I'll say hello to Big Beard Theory. He's here right now, of course. Yeah, we're going to watch Journey to Rebuild next, and then we'll switch over. I was really torn between which two. Why not run both of them? You know, I was going to mention that is most certainly an asshole. I looked at it, I was like, damn, look at that brown eye there winking back at me. I'll just be dogged. Shove that watch up your ass.
So basically, you see what I'm doing.
I'm like the cigar.
And I just want to straighten some things out real quick with y'all. Y'all will never get the point and understand reality of how this shit works, and y'all got the whole game backwards. Nutward is sitting there doing his gay show that nobody watches and nobody pays attention to, always trying to talk down to other people to make himself feel better. So you went through all that commotion just to go back to a shithole and sit there and talk broke with no hustle, no business, no nothing. What I'm doing, first of all, I'm in the street trying to create new opportunities for myself. That's number one.
You know what I'm doing right now? Yes, indeed. I just lighted, say it however you want, a La Gloria Cubana cigar. Yes, indeed. It's Serie R Esteli. Ooh, boy, these are so very good. What's that? You can't afford them?
Number two, I got an avenue to make money tomorrow. If it don't work tomorrow, I make money the next day. And that's how it goes. Number three, I was in the workforce today looking at jobs, trying to see how I can apply, writing down phone numbers. Appreciate it. And while I was doing that, I was looking into my business that I built independently.
I have to stop to say at this time, Toothless Bane is on fire. I will read this for the listeners. If I put my bike in a bag of rice, will Santa's elves fix the handlebars, dog?
That I made all this capital off of, and looking at how
put my bike in a bag of rice. I love that in ways I simply cannot describe.
How to get that going again. So that's going to be coming soon.
I love that.
All I got to do really is sit down, get some things established, and I should have that running. You understand? And I'm out here for real, really networking with people.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's music in the back of this. For today, fuck it. Again, as I have mentioned a couple of times recently, I am monetized insofar as I can take super chats. You can tip me. That is as far as my monetization goes right now, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So in situations like this, where this one will absolutely be demonetized, it doesn't especially care. I think I'll lose the watch hours on it as well, but since, again, I'm not on AdSense, that's kind of a zero impact situation for right now. But you would have thought that I might have noticed that earlier. But again, at the level I'm at, it doesn't matter. Negative 43 TV.
On building. That's part of the reason why I was able to get a new phone so quickly when a nigga stole my phone. And then on top of that, I have the dude who fucks with him and knows him talking about that he already said that I'll get you your phone back ASAP. And then it's funny because bitch niggas who do nothing but lie want to sit there and pretend like I would be making shit up when I don't make shit.
Please welcome Mimi Loves on a special Tuesday afternoon because it's Christmas Eve. It's very special.
Shit up. You're the coward. You're the bitch nigga. It never changes. So why do y'all pretend? As far as me going to jail and all that hoopla bullshit, I'm not afraid to go to jail, and I told y'all I want to go to jail, so that's all part of the plan. It's for me to go to jail.
All right, that's the classic bit. Let's check it out.
Pretend. As far as me going to jail and all that hoopla bullshit, I'm not afraid to go to jail, and I told y'all I want to go to jail, so that's all part of the plan. It's for me to go to jail and come out richer. That's the part y'all don't get, is that you're fucking with a genius. If you don't remember, bitch nigga, I turned myself in. They didn't find me on no fucking warrant. I turned myself in like a man. And one of these bitch nigga haters was on the phone with me while I did it. You understand? Because I'm completely in the right and I'm standing up for what's right, and I already served you the real justice. And all that other pussy shit y'all be kicking, y'all set a nigga up and you're completely in the wrong and unrighteous fucks. And everybody knows that. So I stand behind what I do because I'm a man and I stand on my own. You don't see me looking for everyone to help me around every corner like Nutward. You don't even see me looking for help. I'm doing my own thing.
Now, this is even sadder than maybe a lot of people consider. He's in a bar restaurant sort of situation. He's not out in a club. He's out bar restaurant thing, holding his phone or ranting at a laptop. Could be either thing. Probably a laptop at this period of time. So he's basically sitting in a restaurant by himself, talking to a laptop. He's there by himself. Nobody's with him. He's not waiting on a friend or anything like that, because there was no one coming to see him, to sit with him, to share a meal. And the look on his face right there pretty much encapsulates what I just said.
So my thing is like, y'all never get what the point is, that when you really stand for something, you really stand for something. You can always get behind a camera in front and pretend and talk down to people, but that ain't really standing for something. You know what I mean? I stand.
Latitty Adonis Paul? Latitty. That's amusing for sure.
Behind everything I said and did, man, I will do my jail time happily. You know what I mean?
Nip check.
But the fact of the matter of the situation is that I don't know. I mean, basically,
I don't know.
It's just funny because y'all act like I'm doing something for you and I'm not. I could give a fuck what you think. I'm in my own lane, in my own world, living my own life, doing my own thing.
Notice what he said there and compare it to what he says now. This is almost at minimum 9 years ago. At minimum 9 years ago. Has the rhetoric changed one bit? Only the location has.
And I'm away from all haters and all negativity. You know what I'm saying? But the whole point is that I have time right now to do whatever I want to do and get my mind straight and think about what I want to do and what my decisions are.
And now here, right now, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas Eve, it's Who is Johnny J?
Because it's in my hands and it's up to me. You know what I'm saying? And the fact is that I have nothing but opportunity ahead of me regardless, and all I got to do is move a few things here and there and take care of business, and I got my shit set up correctly. You know what I'm saying? It's something Nutward and none of these other niggas could ever do. You know what I mean? But like I said, the whole plan is to go to jail and to come out harder and stronger and richer. That's what you niggas don't get.
Harder, stronger, and richer. Boy, that jail must pay really good for picking up trash along the highway. And yes, RTS is, he's original. He is OG in these parts.
I made this plan. I did this. You know what I mean? I set this up. I always think ahead of everybody, man. Y'all is the ones who are.
I think he probably is, since Tiffany Draper passed almost 2 years ago. He may be the only OG still active. It's totally possible.
Stupid. I did what I could to help this girl, and I did all I could, and I expended myself in my life. If that ain't love, I don't know what is. And if somebody can't be grateful and appreciate that, then they're missing the whole point of life, like all of y'all. Period. Y'all are sitting there focused on money and shit that you'll never have, and a bunch of dumb shit that don't make you complete and don't satisfy or fulfill you. And all I'm doing is standing up for what's right.
Downrange says, only thing that happened at jail was he got his O-ring resized. I would now like for you to look at the picture in the lower left-hand corner of your screen.
And being a real person, I'm operating out of love. And the fact is that it's her loss, what she did, and everybody knows that and can see that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all don't ever face that, and people like her, it's y'all's problem to deal with, man. Y'all always have to justify shit through typing and through hiding and coward fake shit.
No, what I heard him say about his hand today basically was that it's just annoying. Make of that what you will, but you can guarantee yourself that he is not taking proper care of that wound. Those wounds, there are two of them, because he doesn't take care of anything and never does anything right. Past that, he's on top of it.
Shit and just talking. You can't justify it. Y'all fucked up. You know what I mean? Y'all are going straight to hell. Y'all don't have a soul, and y'all sold it, and y'all are being controlled and manipulated by Satan himself. I would never want to be with you. We're not trying to be anything like you. It's just as simple as that. I'm in a good place always because I have my soul and because I have a
And now it's blatant grift time on this Christmas Eve.
clean conscience. Other than that, like I said, with my case shit, all it is I either pay them or I go to jail. I have to plead guilty at trial. It's not even an option. I have to because of the program that I chose. So, like I said, I mean, it's a complete setup all the way through. So, I mean, why do you act like I'm afraid to go to jail when we already discussed it? I want to go to jail. It's part of my plan.
He was, of course, lying. He's talking about being sentenced for beating a woman in front of her two kids. And shortly thereafter, he began his 8-year flight from justice that was ended for him courtesy of the girls, our elite triangulation unit here in Sneedville. Those three, Frost, Shamrock, and Pab, it's as if they personally escorted him to jail. It was great.
I'm the one who did this. I'm the one who fucking turned myself in, bitch nigga. I'm the nigga who's the genius. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't get it because you're too fucking stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah, the $20 should have turned into food, even snackies, even though it's a bad choice.
I'm not afraid to lose. I'm not afraid to lose everything all my life. You niggas is afraid to lose. You niggas is the cowards. I'm always good. That's what you niggas will never understand. Like I said,
Everybody wish Caspian Sea a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, sir.
Nutword and your little dick riders and all you little faggots out there who are haters, I'm the nigga who went to Nutword directly and called him and tried to warn him of what was going on. I don't wish the nigga jail time or anything bad, but when you speak, you gotta explain shit. So number one is you didn't get out of your shit.
That's right, he can. Did you know that piss has disinfecting qualities, Tyree? Your insults are great for open wounds.
Shit. So why say you got out of your legal troubles when you don't have legal troubles? You have real charges. Period. That you did. You should be a man and do the time for that. Even if
like I said, man is here, and oh boy, does he have a big ask. I'll read it for the listeners. I want the new Ford F-150 Raptor for Christmas. Okay, guys? Thanks. Isn't that like a $150,000 pickup truck? Gee, Ford, I wonder why you aren't selling any fucking thing. It's funny.
if they let you off, you should do the time. You know what I mean? That would be standing for something you don't know how to do. But
those are getting over $100,000 too, aren't they? Six-figure pickup trucks. And Ford can't figure out why they keep edging closer and closer to literally going out of business.
Whatever, man. I mean, I could care less. I just think it's weird because y'all act like you won something or you show somebody something, but yet Nutty, all he did was just get allowed back in his own house, I guess. And it's
wave goodbye to Toothless Bane. Apparently, he is being chased out of the studio. Run fast, and if you need to, climb a tree. It always worked for Tyree Sneed.
It's not even his house, and somebody else did that, and it's not a home, and it's a piece of shit. And like, what do you do all day? You sit on YouTube and make a fake show for some corny ass views that you don't even really get that many of.
Yeah, back when they were built to last 30 years. Kel Jew Bordner is here, so it's getting a lot better on this Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's what it is.
Fuck is the point of that? Is there any money being made in that shit? No, you still look like you're dying of AIDS, emaciated as fuck, not eating. You know what I mean? I got plugs for free food, my nigga. You know what I mean? Copping new watches every day.
Fuck you. Where's that? Oh, where is that? Oh, it's been gone for years? In years? Wow, really? That costs what? oh, what, 40 bucks 10 years ago, 12 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago. It's totally unimpressive. Nobody's impressed. Somebody needs to snatch that bitch off of your wrist and smack you right in the temple with it repeatedly. It never happened. And for God's sakes, I just simply don't understand why. No, this is not live. This is historic. Tyree Sneed. This is probably 2015, 2016.
Got the gold one in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Look
Say hi to Kenny B.
at that shit. Top of the line watches. Like, I have my whole shit on point, running a whole network. You know what I mean? I have niggas in the street. I'm basically recruiting. I'm doing the real thing. And I just think it's hilarious because you're acting like we could compete. I mean, I drive a Porsche. You don't drive anything.
Just like you don't drive anything now. Oh, how far the crazy have fallen, huh? It's really, really something else. You're just a pathetic fuck. At least that's what we used to call people like you back in the day. Oh, wait, they still call people like you pathetic fucks. I'll just be damned. Merry Christmas to you, Kenny P, and all of Sneedville. And hey, I've got 34 in here. Let me tell you this right now. Tomorrow, Christmas Day, you'll have to be on your toes because I don't know when it's going to start. It's going to start somewhere between 10 a.m. Sneedville time and 1 p.m. Sneedville time. We are going to take a look at Most Hated, Last Real N-Word Left. That is the channel from which Viva Las Vegas came, and we're going to watch it from the very beginning to the very end, nonstop. It's going to happen sometime tomorrow on Negative 43 TV. Keep your eye on Sneedville Now magazine, which is otherwise known as My Community Wall, for further details as we go along. Thank you. And well, let's see, we have this t-shirt is backwards is here, and Martin is here. It's been a really good day.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, and that goes for all y'all. So, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me, dog. All the front and the little bitch hating shit and then niggas acting like I care. I don't care, if that's not clear. That's why I never stop filming. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
A base Raptor is $80,000. Lord, God bless you if you can afford it. But that's not the object of a pickup truck is not to be for the upper middle class on up. That's a working man's car. Truck. Come now.
Tyree Sneed is the boss, don't they? That's why I look like a boss. I am the boss. I do what I want to do. Real niggas support me. Real niggas fuck with me. By the way, you same niggas saying that niggas are begging all the time. You niggas is begging for real on that PayPal bullshit because you ain't making no bread on your own like I'm doing. But like I said, I'm the nigga who originated the PayPal hustle shit, and I am the PayPal hustler. So if you want to help a nigga out, donate to PayPal.
Well, I don't want, and oh boy, will you look at that nose. All that nose has done is get larger over the last 9 years, but boy, is that in frame or is that in frame? My God, what a fucking beak. Merry Christmas, Martin. Merry Christmas t-shirt. Merry Christmas to all of you yet again. Geez, I just can't seem to say it enough this time of year. Hey, look, everybody, Red Screen's here now, too. And he's turned everybody he works with onto Negative 43 TV. That's a good job, not a bad one.
Kelly's3207 at AOL.com. All right. And
I take requests. Hey, I got 35 in the box. Let's see you do it.
You know, like I said, I'm hustling either way. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep on trying to make money and keep on doing what I do. And like I said, once that shit gets cleared up with these companies.
And I have to admit, I have 38 in the box now. I'm shocked. Yeah, I figured maybe it would be 20, 22 of us hanging out, having a good time. Christmas Eve tends to be a very, very busy day. Wow, we're doing great here, which means you're doing great here. Big O El Pappy is here. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Listening in and out, that's just fine. I'm trying to make up my mind right now if I'm going to continue through dinner, which would, of course, be unattended, or end the show there. We'll just have to see when my dinner's ready.
With this one company, I should have a pretty fucking big check coming in. So if that check is above like $300, I'm probably going to invest that shit and let it ride the market for the time I have.
Nip, check, nip.
You know what I mean?
Roly,
Other than that,
poly, nip, check.
Fuck a hater. I don't fuck with none of y'all. I could care less what you think. And just all that weak sucker shit. I just don't give a fuck. I think it's all corny. I think all y'all are corny. And I'm very happy doing my own thing, being on my own with my own soul, being by myself, not fucking with none of you people. And like I said, I mean, I don't get on here and do anything for views. I don't try to impress you. I'm just me. You know what I mean? And you niggas fucking have a problem with it, and I piss you off just because I'm just fucking filming a video. That's all I'm doing. So I think this shit is hilarious. But Network, first of all, I'm more popular than you. Check out Periscope. I get more views than you live. That's number one. Number two, I actually have an independent business that generates tons of capital that I'm going to get running again, and I'm looking into it right now.
No, the next 2 days are just me and my wife, and boy, we've got it all lined up. I'm eating big today, and I'm eating big tomorrow. We wound up getting a huge chicken pot pie from Sam's Club. You know, the ones that are like the size of manhole covers? Yeah, super big. So I'm going to eat, and I'm going to eat well. I spent an hour and a half in the gym today, and about an hour after dinner, I'm going to spend about another hour on the bike.
Now and figuring out the fucking ways to do it. So, I mean, the way I see it, you're fucked. You know what I mean? I might have another plug coming in tonight. You know what I mean? I got a nigga who might fuck with me, and I got to see if he comes through or not. And
by plug, do you mean butt plug? I just have to ask.
If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody, but it'll just be extra shit. You know what I mean? So I'm out here for real, man. I'm doing the real thing. I'm trying to get it by any means possible. You know what I mean? What I'm supposed to do. So
it's going to be really good, Kelchu. And then this Sunday, we'll be going out of state to spend a day or two with the daughter, the son-in-law, the grandkids, and we're really, really looking forward to that too. Every bit as much as I was looking forward to the reality arriving at the show. He's here now.
All that hogwash shit, that shit is corny, dog. Like I said, I don't really want to give them my money, you know what I mean? So I'm
Merry Christmas and best wishes to you and yours too, reality.
Comfortable with the idea of going to jail because I'm not afraid of jail and I run the jail. And like I said, they can't give me that much time anyway. Period. It's a Class A misdemeanor, nigga. So, I mean, I just think it's hilarious, dog, that you sit there and y'all are just totally fucked in the head and y'all never understand that all that shit's going to do is fuck you up and work against you, dog. I'm not in anything with you. We're not in any competition. I don't deal with you people. You could never compete with me. And that's just as simple as that, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I own. I own 50 acres of land, too.
Oh, boy, you worked on Christmas Eve. If you're union, you probably really enjoyed yourself today.
Mansions. I'm still in my mansion every day, still driving my Porsche around. You know what I mean? I'm going to get all my other cars running, get the keys made for them, get the engines put in there and repaired or whatever for the two that are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to buy more cars, actually, brand new. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of buying some old muscle cars and shit. So, I mean, I'm going to have nothing but money coming in. And if I go to jail, I'm going to have more money stacking.
How? The anti-logic of Tyree Sneed.
You know what I mean? So it's beneficial for me to go because it lets that shit sit and me eat and get bigger and do what I need to do and work out and think and plan out what I want to do next. And I don't go to jail for a while. So all y'all talking about jail, like it's such a bad thing. I don't go to jail until around January?
So if jail's not such a bad thing, why did you run like the little coward bitch that you are for 8 years? Why? Explain you being a literal fugitive from justice for 8 motherfucking years. Wait, motherfucker. I'm not talking to this guy here from years ago. I'm talking to the Tyree who may well be listening right now. Well, what about it?
If I do go, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's a long time, nigga, for you to be sit there hating, but that's all y'all do. So, I mean, hate on. I could give a fuck. I don't talk to any of y'all. I don't read any of y'all.
Okay, yeah, this would be pre-mineral rights trolling. You're right. So never mind. Gene Sandu is here on this Christmas Eve. Hello, Gene.
Shit, I don't pay attention. You know what I mean? I'm doing me. You know what I mean? I'm good. You know what I mean? So it's whatever, dog. You know, like I said, regardless, I gets mine regardless. You know what I mean? And
Reality, I know exactly where you're coming from. The glass factory that I worked at for 24 years, from second shift Christmas Eve, clean through second shift on New Year's Day, it was triple time. Triple time. We were making double time, plus each day was a paid day off. You couldn't get me out of there with a tank. Man, you just couldn't do it. And it was great because I only lived 3 blocks away. And I was always on night shift, and there was never anything going on. It was just fantastic. And boy, was I raking.
I got niggas in the street fucking with me, so I'm running the real operation, and you niggas is just sitting there fronting. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I just want you to compare. I mean, what is...
The reality is driving and listening to Negative 43 TV. I really should change this probably to 51.5 FM. What happens here is generally far closer to a radio station, but I like Negative 43 TV. I'm a stick with it.
12 cars, 50 acres of land, 2 mansions.
Blue Devil is here on this Christmas Eve. Nothing to apologize about. You made it, and that's what matters.
And owning oil wells all over Texas and just waiting for one company to just get their shit straight because there was a mix-up. And I'm going to make more in one check than any of y'all make working. So how are you comparing me to a nigga nutword who is a complete faggot and a bitch-ass nigga who just sits there and talks down to people and makes up shit and lies? And like I said, he didn't get out of his charges. Either that or he's a snitch. Period. It's the only way it works. I know the system. I know how it works. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get out of my shit because they set me up deliberately. I'm not trying to get out of it.
Driving a forklift, it's a cumulative thing. It's no good for your back at all. You're driving around on what amounts to a 4-ton block of steel with no suspension. Anything that you run over, any crack that you run over, you're going to feel it. And at first, it's not so bad. You get 10, 15 years on, you're still not really noticing much of anything, but it's going to hit you about the 15th year. I highly recommend forklift operation. I just suggest that you do that at a place where maybe advancement is possible. Don't want to stay on it, but as a bridge situation, it's hard to do much better, to be honest.
We're trying to go to jail. I run the jail. Don't you think I need to see my niggas? You niggas is funny.
All right, and that's what I got for you from the plan is to go to jail. That was from 2015, 2016, somewhere in there on Negative 43 TV. So what we are going to do now, we're going to move on to the Batman tape. Yes, indeed. And what am I going to start with? Gee, I don't know. I'm going to have to get up on over in here first, and we'll see what's going on. I click. Oh, the excitement behind the scenes. Click on live. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's start with his most recent one because it's only 7 minutes and 19 seconds long. So this is a little hors d'oeuvre, a little snack on a day where hors d'oeuvres and snacks are pretty much par for the course. One of the things I really love about Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is eating. And as I said a few minutes ago, I'm going to eat like a normal person, but oh boy, am I going to be in the jub. I'll stop talking about myself now. And there it is, the Batman tapes at God's Lethal Soldier right here on YouTube. So here's our little snacky poo of Tyree Sneed. This is Bodybuilding Isn't the Streets, and Gangsters Attain Wealth and Become Batman. Yes, indeed. What the hell on your Christmas Eve? What Christmas Eve doesn't need a little bit of what the hell's to it? Negative 43 TV. Let me click on this bastard. And here comes the mouth. I hope. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't really criticize him about starting a stream with dead air, because if you were here earlier,
All right.
hold on to your shit for a second. If you were here at the very beginning of this show, I just had too much going on. I wasn't even high at the time, and I wish I was, because I really needed the excuse. I forgot to put myself on stage for like the first, minute? Something like that. It was really, really dumb, yet it was very, very funny. It was just one of those things.
And we're back. We're back. We're back. Greetings,
We don't have to forgive you for that reality. Well, you just did it.
everyone.
Yes, you did.
How's everyone doing out there? I hope you're doing well. All right. I'm back. Get to the chopper.
Now, if you remember last year, he played hell trying to find a place to take a dump. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff closed in Brownsville.
I'll be back.
He just needs to stay somewhere near a gas station for when he inevitably shits his pants. It's a Christmas tradition on Negative 43 TV.
So, yeah, like I said, I mean,
Indeed.
bodybuilding isn't the streets, is the whole point. And like I say, I'm just giving my opinion. I don't try to get on here and pretend
No,
I'm someone
that's
I'm not. I've done
we'll call that it. It was an official win for Nega, even though it wasn't. It was not a mute in the way that we play the mute game. It was actually worse than that. It was. We didn't get off to a good start, but it's just we're doing great right now.
my thing all over the country, man. People know who I am. I don't got to get on here in front like y'all. I don't got.
Yeah, I guess I should feel good about the fact that there are a certain amount of people that I can make laugh on this earth without doing really literally anything. Jack Benny could do that too, and that would be a compliment. Jack Benny is kind of my spirit animal when it comes to comedy, because he was just all about timing. He was all about timing. And if you ever listened or watched any of his shows, he almost never had the jokes. He gave everything to the supporting cast because it made it funnier.
Got to overcompensate. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm a different kind of individual. See, I'm the type of individual, I do stuff, then I talk. I don't just run my mouth aimlessly. I never saw the point of that. I don't even like people that talk too much. I feel like the more you talk, you just try to take the joy out of everything. That's the problem with these people on here that like try to analyze everything. Like, you do realize you're trying to overanalyze everything and then lying about it and twisting it into something it's not to make yourself feel comfortable just shows you're weak, right? It doesn't show you're strong, it shows you're weak.
If there is, let me click on closed captioning here. This oh, wonderful. There's actually going to be a transcript of this one.
You're trying to overcompensate because you're uncomfortable with the reality at hand. What is that dude looking at? Like, he did like a whole turnaround. Like, unless he knows Batman.
He did a double take because he hasn't seen you before. That was double takes are rare. How long's it been since you did a double take? It's been about 2 years for me, maybe 3. Yeah, you just blew somebody's mind.
Just sitting there. Weird. I don't care. Fido.
He's insecure.
Fido.
He's singing.
But yeah, like I said, I need to ask him what the actual name is of the dog. And yeah, he was nice enough to.
You couldn't be more correct, Kelchu. And hey, Tyree, if you're listening, and I suspect you might be, you know what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to once again light my oh so tasty cigar. Yes, I am so very, very upper crust. Yes, I am. I'm so elite. I'm lying, and I just can't maintain it anymore.
Tell me, like, about the gate. I'm
facade
like,
dropped.
I love when the dog comes out. He's cool. Dog is super nice. But yeah, like I said, I mean, bodybuilding isn't the streets. I mean, it just depends on what route you want to go and what you want to do. I mean, most of the world doesn't really make any sense at this point. That's the big thing and point that I'd like to stress and mention. I mean, look at these people.
Ah, yes, kid's a wonderful, rich Maduro wrapper. It is this thing a big one too. This one here is a real chunk. Mm-hmm. Oh, so tasty.
On here, like I said, they want to be rappers so bad, they claim. But the truth is the truth. And I mean, even Nutty said the truth about B Vlogs, that he's been stagnated for the past 10 plus years. I mean,
thank you, Kel.
He's never made any progress musically, right? But then again, I mean, neither is Nutty. So B Vlogs is right about Nutty when he says you say that other people do things, but you do the same exact thing. It's facts. They're both right about each other. So see, it's like, what a cute little bonding experience. If only y'all could ever mature and self-reflect and learn from it.
I'll read this for the listener. Silicone says, only reason he's cool with that dog is because he knows it's behind a fence. It's the same with them. All dogs do not like lolcows, and they don't. That dogs, I guess, can just smell not only fear, they can smell insanity. So it seems.
And gather what the other one is saying about the other, that it's actually true. It's completely true. I don't get that you're trying to make yourself look good and you're making yourself look really bad. Just being honest with you. It's not helping your reputation. It's not helping your cause, and that's what they do. It's like ex-girlfriends I've had when they open their mouth, and it's like they shouldn't even have opened their mouth, because the minute they open their mouth, they don't help their.
Tyree, listen to me puff this cigar. Boy. So rich, so mellow, so luxurious. Something you'll never have because you can't afford it. And this thing was only $11. Think about that for a minute. You can't afford an $11 cigar on Christmas Eve because you're broke. Because you're broke.
Their case done.
And we love it.
Like, you're sitting here trying to woo me. You're pursuing me. You're pursuing me, and you're trying to impress me. And, your first impression is always the wrong thing. And you know why? Because people give them a pass for it. People still accept it because, oh, it's a woman, and all these simp beta males, they don't get any attention.
The beta males don't either, you dummy. Beta males, that's any male at all.
Feel me? So they put
even a beta male is a better male than you. See what I did there? I'm so witty.
Up with whatever the hell is there. They take whatever they can get, and that's just not who I am. I'm not that type of dude. That's the thing. It's weird on social media because they always try to lump us all in the same category. You men, you guys, but it's like, bro, you don't even. I've been out in this society every day for the past, I don't know how many years. I ain't never seen even one day where women treated us like men. Ever. So what do you mean? How can you go on social
I did it. I fucked up right there. I did it. Let's see who gets the prize here. I can only go again based on what I see, and it appears to be like I said, mad. Yes, indeed. I screwed up live on Negative 43 TV, and looks like I probably lost about 10 people because of it. Yeah, I'm still here. Who knows sometimes?
Social media and then turn around and say,
I really need to just start copying in front of you kids. It's not like you would mind.
you men, like, y'all don't treat us like men. Like, that's the whole thing of why we don't get along and why we don't talk to you and why we don't waste our time with you, because the real
Good job, like I don't have a trophy for you, but you can go buy one for yourself at Richbaritone Limited.
men don't care anymore. You know what I mean? The real men, I mean, it's either you find a real woman, like I found Christina, she's a real woman. It's either you find a real woman or you just give up and you don't care. You know what I mean? And like, I had already given up and didn't really care. And Christina is just amazing. You know, that's the thing with all these so-called women. The so-called women are so much different. Like, Christina's a real woman. These so-called women, I mean, they're just a joke. The deal is that they always want to be in control, and they never had any control. It's a man's fault. They want to be
in the Christina that you know of is not a real woman. This, however, is what is passing for Christina. It's her, and it looks like she's with at least 2 different guys. I think it's just a hunch that I have. She owes you an explanation, buddy. Upper right-hand corner, it's undeniable.
in control. I don't know what this is about now. Here we go. They want to be in control. You know what I mean? They it's just desperation. They want to tell themselves whatever they want. They want to do as they please. You know, they want to be wicked or whatever and be a witch and be Catwoman. Let's see what this guy's talking about. Hold on.
Hold on. Yes, indeed. All professional broadcasters are very well versed in hold on. He's doing it incorrectly. What he needs to do is mute the mic. Boy, do I know a little something about that myself. Yes, I certainly do. Look at that in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That may well be a t-shirt and or coffee mug coming your way soon at Richbaritone Limited. So we may be done with this particular video. It's time to drop the curtain. Yes, we have, in fact, done that. What does Tyree think about men teaming his woman? You could put that in front of him and he'd deny it. He'd absolutely deny it. And apparently she's become somewhat embarrassed with her neck tats because they have been covered up one way or another. And that's probably a good thing. So I'm going to start this one here. This is called David Goggins' Big Boy, Cali Muscle, Wes Watson Challenge and Reality Check. David Goggins is a guy on YouTube that lost a human being's worth of weight in a year and a half in the dumbest way imaginable. Barely eating and working out up to 10 to 12 hours a day. That's not a practical approach for literally anybody, although it did work for him. Cali Muscle is a half prison tuber, half bodybuilding tuber, 300 plus pounds of mobile muscle. And, well, it's Tyree Sneed talking shit about a bunch of people he knows will never run him down for as much as anything else because they don't know who he is, and they're never going to know who he is. So he feels very, very safe talking about people that could, let's say, severely harm him. So I'll click on this. Get everything queued up in a proper manner. I have done that. Up goes the curtain, and it's going to be Bodybuilding Isn't the Streets. And wait a minute. No. That's what we just watched. Boy, that joint I smoked earlier, I'm beginning to feel it. There we go. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Negative 43 TV, and I'm just kind of floating away for Christmas Eve. I'm Richbaritone. Up goes the curtain.
All right. What's up, folks? So, let's get into this today. Basically, here's my deal, man. And again, I'm just giving my opinion on how I
Eddie Guerrero joins us on this Christmas Eve.
feel personally. That's just what it is. My word is law. My word is bond. I ain't asking nobody for their opinion because,
well, I snubbed them because I have absolutely zero clue as to who Wes Watson is or why Tyree would care. Goggins and Cali Muscle, I know a little bit about. Big Boy, I know nothing about.
y'all ain't us. All right. So this is kind of the weird thing for me, and what really is irritating. You want to know something that bothers me? This kind of bothers me.
What's that?
Right? And I'm going to explain in full detail for you exactly what I'm talking about.
Coming to you in full detail vision.
And what I mean.
Detail.
But, you know, you have these YouTubers, man. And that's what they are. They're YouTubers. Okay. Like I said, I've never been a YouTuber before. I'm a gangster. I just happened to come on YouTube. Okay. You don't get to hear somebody like.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of prison tubers. I listened to JD DeLay for a while. You know, I think I went over this a couple of weeks ago. It's like, why am I listening to this? I mean, the stories are like funny and all of that, but I spent my life doing what I'm supposed to do every single day of my life in order to not know these things. Why am I listening to this? It just made absolutely no sense to me why anybody would seriously, be interested in it. To Peasy, he can do some things with coffee creamer now, but
Me very often, really at all. I mean, there is nobody like me. So you don't get.
I must say, JD DeLay has turned his life around 100%.
To hear them at all, right? Entitled much. So, you know, basically, that's my whole deal. You know, people get on here. It's all fake to begin with. None of these people had a string of success on YouTube on this platform. I've been successful outside of this platform more so than all of them.
When and where? The two big questions that I have on this Christmas Eve afternoon is when or where? Come on. Oh, that's right. You're lying.
Okay.
Well, it's
So,
not like I didn't know that.
The big boy cartel dude, he's got a bunch of people like whatever upset supposedly. I was listening to some people talking about it, and I'm just giving my opinion. Okay. I don't know these dudes personally, don't know anything about them, don't care. Okay. But like I said, I mean, the one dude was kind of saying too much in his little vlog, in my opinion. He was running his mouth a little too much. I mean, all of.
I meant to say hi to CRD. It just got kind of crazy around here a couple minutes ago, didn't it?
You were YouTubers. I mean, all of you, like this whole platform, you're all YouTubers. There's not no tough gangsters on here. And the fact is that every time we say gangster, it gives credit to a group of individuals that ain't gangsters. Because what everyone starts thinking of is they start thinking of like your typical street thug or somebody in the hood and ghetto or in jail or prison who failed already, right?
Yeah, go on.
So, I mean, that's not the gangster. None of them.
What's the gangster?
Right? So that's number one. That's the first order of business is like we got to get all the hoopla nonsense addressed.
Hoopla nonsense addressed. We got to get all the hoopla nonsense addressed. What would this hoopla nonsense be? Oh, wait, you're just blowing farts out your ass.
And get that out the way first so that people can understand this
Did you know if you lit them on fire, at least you'd stay warm for 2 seconds?
game and the reality of it and behind it.
Might even fry off that ass beard you got.
And how it actually works. Okay. So again, number one, me as who I am, it doesn't matter who likes me, who has a problem with what. I'm not a play dude. I'm not a dude who like just started running the streets yesterday. I mean, I run the streets. Like there's nobody tougher. There's nobody above me. It doesn't matter if they're an organization, agency, nothing. Nobody can tell me nothing.
Yeah, it is truly pitiful, DZ. He knows that his audience are us. He knows this. He also knows that we know that he doesn't really have much money right now, apparently. He just got a YouTube check, and it's going to be another 3 months before he gets another YouTube check. Why? What's with the banded hundreds? We all know you don't have it. Everybody know, even you know. Even you know. Deep within that delusion, deep within that crippled mind, you know. You're what? How do they say? Oh yeah, ain't shit.
Nothing, because like I said, I've accomplished too much. I've done too much. Okay. And I'm smart. Right. So I've made all the right decisions. And that's the thing when you get into this prison dichotomy or jail dichotomy, people.
We have a new rap name for Tyree Sneed, courtesy of DZ1119. I'm trying to get Little Cock Slurpa off the ground, Eddie. I'll help. Call him Little Cock Slurpa.
Think that they have to
Little
adjust.
Slurpa.
You get into the dichotomy pretty much in the world and the public of people being peer
No, I think I'm getting a little too Nordic with that Little Cock Slurpa.
pressured and really being slow enough to believe that they have something to prove to people who ain't down for them anyway and don't care about them and ain't trying to see them win in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's like, basically, it's always been that way. Always going to be that way. People join these things so that they can get acceptance. Okay, that's why they do it.
Well, as far as that Saturday night 3 weeks ago, that will live forever. Yeah, he couldn't have been anyplace else but his mom's house. For him to stream that late and talk that freely, he absolutely was not in a shelter, and he certainly wasn't out. He was in mom's house. He had to be.
It's out of complete desperation, 9 times out of 10, or just a mindset that's ignorant and devoid of knowledge. Right? So I'm going to say it again. I mean, we sit back, we kick back, comfortably, and we watch all of the riffraff do it to themselves. That's how it works when you're really the gangster. Seriously.
I don't think he is now either, because he's been complaining about being bitten by ants while he sleeps. So no, he's not at his mom. And at his mom's, I think maybe while he was there, maybe a grinder date or 5 showed up. I have no firsthand knowledge of anything of the sort.
Like I said, y'all just don't get it, man. These are YouTubers. YouTubers are so far below me, it's unreal. I mean, at least in reality, at least like in the streets, I'm just saying that is the reality that we all occupy and face. I mean, these people couldn't hold a candle to me in anything. That's just the truth. Okay? I met Big Boy Cartel. This is what y'all don't know and don't talk about.
You've met Big Boy Cartel? Why, I'll just be damned.
Okay?
All that to say, who?
Big Boy Cartel. Number one, he ain't that big. Number two, he ain't no tough guy, that's for sure. Okay? Number three, like, I've been right there in the same elevator as him. He's nobody. Okay. And apparently, I guess he goes on social media and he says a bunch of crazy stuff to people that doesn't exist and is a crime. Right. And
wow, that non-existent crazy stuff is a real problem, isn't it? Or is it? If it wasn't for just such things that you supply to me, we wouldn't be here on Negative 43 TV. So maybe it's not so bad.
I heard that he says it to like random people too, who like don't even really know who he is and haven't said anything to him. Like, he's clearly probably out of his mind.
He did indeed get his cup fucked. Yeah, a little bit of that nougat of love here on Negative 43 TV.
Right. Then you got that other dude. I don't know what his name is. The short one that looks kind of like.
Don't look now, but Bung Sam is here. Hello, Mr. Baritone. Good evening to you. Frost is in charge of that. I really wouldn't know what to tell you, but we will get you taken care of there, Bung Sam.
Like the Ping one, on like steroids. And I think he kind of looks like the Ping one personally, or the Ping one before he, wouldn't never stop eating. In the face. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name, but he's just a complete narcissist. He's funny as hell to me because he just has no concept of reality. Most of them don't, especially when you're dealing with bodybuilders. Like, bodybuilders do not know, they just don't understand reality.
Oh, how so?
They get so far from it because they're in these gyms and they're pumping iron, so to speak, and they, it goes to their head and they start thinking there's something that they're not.
Well, there is something to be said for putting in work, sometimes hours a day in a gym. Right now, I'm just using resistance bands, which you would no doubt put down as just a bunch of fucking shit. Things are coming together real well. You know what I no longer have as of about 4 days ago? Bingo wings. They're all gone. I'm pushing 64 years old, and I have no flab under my arms anymore. Let's see you do it.
I've seen it a million times, especially when you got.
I mean, he's doing all of these, pull-ups and pull-ups and pull-ups, and he still has bingo wings. It's amazing.
The kind of stuff that they're taking, like Cali Muscle was always taking and kept lying about and trying to hide. And it's like, dude, you're not natural. Like, it's common sense.
All right, DZ is going outside to play with his dog, but take the phone with you, some headphones, and you can still listen to Negative 43 TV, or better yet, just leave the stuff on the counter and go play with your dog.
Since you're not natural, I mean, you can look at you and see you're not natural, and then on top of that, you ain't even strong. That's my thing. Like, if you're gonna do that,
I was kind of
you're gonna try.
I was kind of hoping so, but that really hasn't materialized so far.
Try to get as big as possible. That's fine, but like, do it now.
Well, it looks like I'm still going to be here. I think dinner's probably. I have no idea how far dinner's away, but I think we'll be here
Naturally. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least admit what you're taking and what you're doing. You know what I mean? And like, if there's advantages to it and it makes sense, then I mean, it is what it is, right? If it's illegal for sports and stuff, there must be a reason, right? And there's a lot of negatives associated with that stuff, right? So, like me, I'm all natural. You can tell by looking at my body, I'm all natural. But
oh boy, are you all natural? You're all starvation. You have a distended belly, dude. You don't have a 6-pack, a 4, or a 2-pack. You have this little tummy, a little distended belly. It's something that people that are starving get. And you've got it right now. No one else we've got right here. Money Mike, he's one of the funniest guys in Sneedville, trust me.
Like, I'm in better shape than all of them, stronger than all of them, literally. And I'm a thin guy. So this is what people are trying to copy and emulate. Every word I say, every move I make.
Don't do that to me. I've already had, one mute and a really bad start to the show. Don't do anything to make me paranoid, please.
Right? Every step I take.
All right. This is what happens sometimes when you don't read the comment immediately after the comment you're commenting on. It's kind of a catch-22 thing. It happens.
Every move I make. Right? They'll be watching me. Right? That's literally what it is. I mean, like, I can see the gang stalkers. Like, I literally.
Nope, we're all bought except for one item, and that's a present that my wife wants to buy for me. She's going to buy me a driver. I don't know if it's going to be new. I don't know if it's going to be used, but she's going to buy me a driver for Christmas, and I am really, really looking forward to a new golf club. If you play, you know what I mean.
Actually see them and how they're just, always trying to monitor and trying to watch. They're obsessed.
Hello, Crazy Horse. Merry Christmas to you too, or Joyeux Noël.
Right. So,
Something
like I
like
said, my whole
that.
deal is, like, I met Big Boy Cartel, homie. I met him. I met Cali Muscle.
Yeah, the bingo wings are what he pushes up on when he crosses his arms to try to make his biceps look big. He's pushing that fat to the top.
Porpoise, you can ask. Okay, Big Boy Cartel, he's so full of himself and out of touch with reality, he'll probably act like he don't remember. Right? Because that's the type of dude he is. I can analyze people real quick without even really knowing.
Yep.
But
yes, indeed, Mike. Ho, ho, mo, and a bottle of Cub. That probably wasn't really appropriate, but what the hell? It's negative 43 TV.
he kind of played the background with me. He ain't doing much talking. Like I said, Cali Muscle was like, that boy balling. So I'm going to go as far as to venture that Big Boy Cartel was jealous of me, right? And still would be, right? Because that's the type of individual he is, right? Because basically I dog walked both of them to my Porsche, meaning like said, like, come here, little homie, and showed them my Porsche. You know what I mean? And Cali Muscle was like, you balling, because my whole deal was like, I'm looking at it like, listen, I got all the bread and the money. Like,
I'm behind, but I'm almost caught up. Keep commenting.
you want to do a collab, we can collaborate, because I'm the one in the position of power always. This is what people don't want to talk about. You're not going to hear beat vlog.
Yeah, you absolutely did win again on a technicality. That wasn't actually a mute. That was just me being. That wasn't a mute. That was even worse. What the whole forgetting to put yourself on stage thing while you're completely on the level. It was going to be fun. That told me I was going to have a good time today.
Admitting reality that Tyree Sneed has had hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions in the bank, made millions every year consecutively, and, dog walked Cali Muscle to his Porsche. And all Cali Muscle had to say was, yeah, that boy balling, and shaking my hand and taking pictures with me and stuff, and all smiles. Nothing against Cali Muscle. Like, shout out to
Oh, he's muting, but to him, it's not a game. He's scared to death.
Cali Muscle. Like, I like him. He's an all right guy. He gave me his opinion. I'm not mad at him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? Like, I wish the best for him. You know what I mean? I just think that it's not cool that he lied about what he was clearly taking the whole time. I think that's messed up. Real talk.
TT, you can't win with this guy. You're either typing too fast or you're incrementally typing, which is actually worse than typing fast. And don't forget intermittent communication. Okay, if you're not going to troll this guy all the time, just don't bother.
That's how I genuinely feel. But I like Cali Muscle. He's all right. I just don't like sellouts. And
I like Cali Muscle. He's all right. I just don't like sellouts. You only get that kind of entertainment here, Christmas Eve or not, on negative 43 TV.
Happens to be one. You see the difference? So, I like the guy. I just don't like his decisions, like the way I feel about most of you. Right? I'm the same Dirty Harry when it comes to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Friend to none of you. Right? So that
Money Mike, everyone.
That's number one. Number two, like I said, Big Boy Cartel.
They absolutely did, Crazy Horse.
Was quiet. I mean, they was busy. They was in the hotel I was in. I was at the Bayfront Inn paying like $3-4 grand. You can ask about me, nigga. $3-4 grand a month living in there. Okay. They were trying to set me up. And
John Cole is here on this Christmas Eve. Welcome a little bit more warmly than usual. What with it being the holidays and everything. And I need my little production assistants, that's you, to keep an eye on this thing just in case he should go live. We'll catch it right away.
And they had already had this incident right there. And I've talked about this several times. And like I said,
Indeed.
It's crazy because, I mean, it's just so obvious what they on.
Yes, I sold out, and I'm not going to deny it.
Over there. And like I said, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, all I'm going to say is this, is that I was smart enough to pay attention to my surroundings and there was a gang or several that were basically trying to do activity within that hotel. Oh, and I'm going to open my mouth about everything, right? And there was an
Best in Show is here with us right now, live in the Negative 43 TV studios on this Christmas Eve.
incident prior to me ever getting there. You know, like, I don't know anything about Corpus. I don't know anybody there. I don't know any of them people. Prior to me getting there, I heard, I don't know if it was like a year before or something, but they had an incident. You can look this up, okay, with the Bayfront Inn. And basically, I'll just say it had to do with heights, and it had to do with the top floor, right? It was the top floor, I believe, and a person. And this really happened. And
oh yeah, you need to get that charged up. You don't want to miss any of the festivities, and I'm beginning to think this is going to be far more festive than I thought it was relative to the length of the program. Myself, again, after I eat, we're going to give it about an hour or so to settle down, at which time I will definitely end the show, because it'll be time to go to the gym and sit on the bike for about an hour.
And to me, it's clear as day that it's some kind of setup they was running in there. So you have to ask yourself first, how is it possible? Like, when I'm with Christina, that's the one hotel I will never stay at.
Prostitute or no prostitute, how could you take money from Tyree Sneed to lay down and split thigh for him? Man, and they say prostitution's a victimless crime. I don't believe so.
I will never go there again. I could never stay at the Bayfront Inn again. I just couldn't. And it sucks because it's a hotel that I really like. I like the setup of it. I'm pretty sure it's haunted, which I find kind of cool. It's a really cool hotel, but I just would never put myself in that position, much less when I'm with Christina. Like, no, like, I pay attention. So my point is, when I was there, and I mean, mind you, I'm paying 3-4 racks a month. Okay. And I wasn't there very long, but when I was there, like I said, they're telling me that story of what had already happened. Okay.
Okay.
So they told me the story of what happened. And then, golly, that's so annoying. Over.
All right, I just took a look at it for myself over the Batman tapes, and he currently has nothing teed up. And considering the time of day that it is for him, where he is, it's 3:57 p.m. It's time to find that charity meal. He knows he can eat today if he just goes to the right place at the right time. Shit's later live on Negative 43 TV. Can't tell.
Compensate much? I hear Coach Eli trying to copy that rhetoric too now. Now when people go by on their motorcycle, he tries to copy me. Everything I do, these people copy. Everything, bro. B Vlogs is saying every word that I ever said. They're trying to follow in my footsteps.
Everybody's trying to copy you, huh? I'll admit to not having my upper plate in, so perhaps I am. I'm not copying you in that way. I just don't wear my upper plate 90% of the time when I am streaming because the plate gets in my way. It's so funny. I should be whistling all over the place because I don't have any upper teeth right now. But you can't tell, can you?
Of my old hustle, like when I was in Green Bay working. So now they all want to act like, oh yeah, I just got back from work. I just got back from work and I'm tired. Y'all ain't never worked. Y'all ain't working now. Y'all.
Wait. You're criticizing people for never working? You just walk in ever enlarging circles all fucking day. You've already admitted that you're not going to make it this month relative to your YouTube check. You're somewhere around $50 after Silicon's kindness. I'll be ahead of you. I'll be ahead of you.
Oh, y'all just lie. All y'all do is lie. And good. I hope y'all are working. That's what you need to do. You're never going to catch up, though. Working ain't going to get you to this point. Like, that's the thing. If you working right now, you messing up. If you talking about it's more money how? You don't have no money. B Vlogs is broke. Like I said, those people, they make up laws and they think words mean something because they're adults that don't act grown. I mean, you're broke, fool. You don't have no money. Like, just sit down. Okay. It's just that simple. I don't know how you don't get that.
I'll be right back. I'm going to venture out into the kitchen and see if I can get an idea of how long I have before dinner. I'm starting to get hungry here.
You know what I mean? You're not competing with anyone. You're just weird and delusional. So that's number one. Number two, like I said, those people never go away. You know what I mean? And they never just mind their business and do them. You know, I mean, you're light years behind. I mean, you're not competing with me. You're not competing with anyone. But they don't have anything better to do. Like I said, the one dude even asked him, and the other dude is delusional too. He even asked him, what audience do you have? And he says, my 130 subs. Yeah, that's not an audience, bro. Like, those are probably all bots. Like, you have no audience. So that was actually a valid question. I give him credit for once he said something that makes coherent sense. Like, what audience? You don't have one. So, you know, they're going at each other. That's the riffraff doing it to themselves. They'll continue that, right? And that's all part of God's plan, in my opinion, right? God told me, vengeance is mine. That's what God said. So I just need all of you to understand something, man. I mean, my point is, they told me what had happened. I didn't know anything about it. Showed up. I'm in Corpus. I don't know Corpus very well. I've got my own issues. I was in the middle of a whole lot of stuff at the time, right? And yeah, like, they basically brought a gang in there. It was like a gang, a straight gang in Corpus, and tried to fake buddy up with me. I had another dude, some wannabe fake tough guy, tell me in the lobby something about, like, yeah, is it because they ran you out of there or something like that? Like, the same type of weird hater stuff that doesn't make any sense. I didn't put up with what he had to say at all. Didn't back down. Never do. Right? He ain't do nothing. He was a sucker.
Okay, I have a programming note. The gigantic pot pie just came out of the oven. It's beautiful. It's bubbly. It's golden brown and delicious, but it needs to sit for about 15 minutes or so before we cut it. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on as usual until such time as it becomes dinner time. Then I will let this run. I'm going to let this run through my dinner. It'll be flagged unattended, all that good stuff. But we're going to keep this thing rolling. I have to be totally honest. I have 35 people right here, right now, live with me on Negative 43 TV. This is beyond anything I expected. Christmas Eve is a notoriously busy day for so many people. But we have just went down to 34 people on Christmas Eve. But there is no way. I expected maybe 20, 22 at the most, but looks like it turned out to be a good call after all on Negative 43 TV. So let me go ahead and hit the candy-colored button and get the proceedings going once again.
Right? And what he said didn't make any sense. Like, I literally told him, like, what are you...
This will be my most unchained meal since Thanksgiving. Until tomorrow.
talking about, partner? Like, I literally just told you what it is. Like, it's the complete opposite of what you just said. So why say something that makes no sense? And he ain't have nothing to say. You know what I mean? And he was a valid gang member, right? So that's number one, right? So, like I said, I stay G-checking and sunning these niggas, right? All of them. I don't care who you are. All of y'all are nobody, okay? I mean, that gang was the biggest joke ever. I mean, the one dude was like, literally.
Look at your upper right-hand corner. That is a picture of Tyree Sneed the Saturday or Sunday morning that he was arrested at Gregory Gym in Austin, Texas, because the girls literally led them by the hand to his lair, his bat cave. Thus ended 8 years on the run. And the sad thing is he got away with it. In my opinion, he got away with it. He was looking at a year. That's why he ran. So he ran for 8 years. because he was trying to avoid a year in jail, was picked up, taken back to Cameron County, and was given time served. 45 days for beating a woman in front of her 2 kids. It did not help that she did not go to court. But when they talk about Texas justice, take it from me and everybody in Sneedville, it's a bunch of fucking horse shit.
Literally like sitting there, I mean, trying to show off his tats, taking his shirt off, and we're up on the roof, right? And they want me to work with them on music. And this is the whole gang, homie. The whole gang got me on the roof. We in the roof, but
Mimi Loves is correct as always. Hit that like.
On the inside, where I think is where the incident happened. So they got the other dude, he trying to act like he high or whatever, right? And act like he's so out of it. Because
act like he's high, I'll have you know that I'm lit off my ass.
He on whatever he on, right? Which I can just imagine what he was on and how many things he was on, right? So he on something, right? And he trying to play it off like they do, like he more out of it than what he is. You feel me? Right? Just like I've seen other people try to do that was corrupt politicians that actually work for the courtrooms because they're all corrupt. But they've tried to do that with me too, where they were acting drunker than they were and, you know, try to antagonize me and none of it worked. Point is, they had that dude trying to move around me and position himself.
For those of you who may be wondering, yes, I'm grinding up a butt. It's just that kind of a day.
Where he could get me near the side of the railing. And see, Tyree Sneed is smart. Tyree Sneed will test you, and Tyree Sneed will look right at you in your eyes, right? Because like I said, I know who I am, right? So
you're a guy with a, how did you put it? Oh, yeah, an inferiority complex the size of Mount Crumpet.
I'm right there testing it, and I'm by myself, mind you. And this is a whole gang.
Oh, no.
I'm not part of their set, not part of the gang. I don't know these niggas. Their music was terrible. I mean, horrible. And that was the thing. The dude wanted me to sit there and be like, yeah, do you like our music? And at the time, I was a nicer guy, so I was just lying. I was lying, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I was lying, bro. I was like, yeah, your music tight. That music was horrible. I mean, it was downright terrible. I mean, B-Vlogs is better than that.
I was going to put it in a bowl, but yeah, a little joint sounds like more fun.
That stuff I was hearing
doesn't burn up as quick, don't you know?
It was horrible. It was bad. Okay. But he was so, you know, into it. He really wanted to be a rapper. So I tried to be nice and lie to him. But my whole point is, while we were having that conversation and all that, or around that time, they had this dude. He had like long hair. And like I said, I guess he was the one who was supposed to do whatever to me. Right. And he ain't do nothing. And I told him
do whatever to you. What do you mean? Like, I don't know, anal resizing, perhaps.
Checked him. I G-checked him and basically G-checked all of them and told them like, homie, I don't play like that, bro. Like real talk, like back up, nigga. You feel me? Like, cause like I said, like y'all know what I'm saying, right? Like they didn't have the heart or be brave to just, you know, do whatever to me straight up, right? Because I'm a real man and a
typical narcissist referring to himself in the third person. You're right. Richbaritone agrees with you.
Real nigga, right? And I'm really a gangster. So they was trying to.
I cannot tell you how wrong that felt.
Act and paint it like it would be an accident. You feel what I'm saying? So they were trying to get homeboy to get me close to the, you know, the balcony. I mean, there's a lot of stories in that hotel. And they wanted me right next to the edge of the balcony on whatever you call it, on the brink, whatever, right?
Balcony.
On the edge. And I already knew what they was trying to do because I'm smart. You know what I mean? It took me just a little hot second to register. And I was like, is these niggas serious? I was like, they really trying to do this to me, right? So nothing came from it. Nothing happened because I'm just smart and I checked him and then, you know, I walked in the room, did the music thing, like, and that was it. And then I just got the hell out of Dodge and left. And, you know what I mean? I don't remember what happened, but, you know, I probably stayed away from them or whatever. And I mean, they just never came back around me because, you know, they know what's good. You know what I mean? But I'm just,
I understand that Dream is either in jail or prison. There's a big difference, but I think it might be prison. I heard he's going to be gone for 5 years. You know, abuse of an elder relative to his wife, who is 15 years older than him. I died. Well, in any event, the glorious time has arrived. Yes, indeed. It's time for me, Rich Baritone, to stuff my face with chicken pot pie and vegetables on the side and all the good stuff. So, yes, he will be in prison for quite a long time. So, in order for me to do this, what I am going to do right now, first of all, I'm going to put up on your screen as soon as I find it. There it is. Unattended, as it will be for the next 20 to 25 minutes in all likelihood. I think I also have a super groovy cool chyron for this. As a matter of fact, I do. So we're going to go ahead and run that, and I'm going to hit the magic button. I should be back before this ends. In fact, I believe that I will be back before this ends. In fact, I'll be so paranoid that I'll be watching this or listening to this as I'm eating dinner. I won't be in the chat or anything, but we had an incident a couple of weeks ago where shit went wrong while I was away, and it was just plain ugly. So I'll be back in 20 minutes or so. Negative 43 TV. I'm Rich Baritone. This is New Year's. I knew I was going to do that. Christmas Eve with Rich Baritone right here on Negative 43 TV. I'll see you in a bit, and when I come back, be on your toes. I'm going to mute the mic. Could be fun. Enjoy, everyone.
just saying that was designed and intended for me. And I mean, it proves that whatever had happened before, I mean, clearly was a setup, clearly was an inside job. So I'm just saying, why would that like place not be investigated? Like real talk, common sense. Why would that hotel not be investigated if they're bringing gangs in and doing crazy stuff like that? You feel me? And like I said, I was just a dude just paying there to live and minding my own business. I didn't know none of these people. Like, I don't know none of those people. I didn't even know how Corpus Christi worked. You feel me? But I'm going to open my mouth, bro, about things I go through. And that's really what happened. And that was the same hotel. That's the only reason I'm talking about it, that I met Big Boy Cartel and Cali Muscle in. Okay? So, like I said, I mean, Big Boy Cartel, to me, he's super whack. I mean, they all whack. And like I said, they was in that hotel trying to get like some penguin girls. Like, I'm not talking about women that are like attractive. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like big women. That's what they was trying to get, like, to go up to their room with them and stuff. I'm just telling you the truth. Him and Cali Muscle. And Cali Muscle might have been married at that time, mind you. So y'all got to think about that. Right? So like I said, and no, I'm not no snitch. I'm going to tell what the hell I know. I don't care how nobody feels about it. Right? I can't ever be a snitch because I don't roll with none of y'all. A snitch is somebody who does like a crime with people and then tells on them. I don't know none of you people. I don't like you. Like, I could talk about whatever I want. Ain't nobody going to tell me nothing about what I'm going to talk about. And like I said, that's just not the definition of the word. And all of these people are snitches. So let's get that straight as well while we're here clarifying everything for you. So Cali Muscle was broke. Always has been. Always will be. Real talk. Cali Muscle has always been a joke. I don't know who would ever tell themselves that there's any other token or opposite side of reality. I mean, that boy has always been super broke. Super. So sick of that. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, you ask me, man, it just is what it is. You feel me? By the way, I got some shoes cleaned off which I'm kind of excited about because I think they're going to work a lot better. Hold up. Hopefully my hand is healing. I really can't tell, but I hope it's healing. I mean, to me, it kind of looks like it is gradually. It's just taking forever and it's getting on my nerves. But like I said, I'm doing the best I can. You know what I mean? That's all I can. So, yeah, like I said, 21 in the box. Let's see you do it. Like I said, Andrew Tate. Okay. Well, first of all, let me just finish on Big Boy Cartel. He's a nobody. Okay. So apparently I heard that he's pissed off a lot of gang members in California. Like, that sounds about right. That sounds like karma, right? So, I mean, that's his problem to deal with. Okay. I don't know anything about Cali, just like I don't know anything about Corpus. I don't know any of those people. All I know is that everything that comes from Corpus happens to be, you know what, like B-Vlog's music, all of it. I mean, it's just whatever comes from there is just always bad. It's never good. Real talk. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, I mean, the dude hasn't had no successful career. All he does is walk up to a gym. Hold on. All he does is walk up to, I totally lost my place of what the hell I was saying. Oh, yeah, all he does is go into a gym and pretend to work out. I mean, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't even really train. He doesn't know how to work out. If you took half those dudes and got them off of that stuff and had them work out naturally, you'd realize how truly weak they are, because that's the thing. They only did it to overcompensate because they're weak and they can't hold their own in the street. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. I mean, like I said, you people look at things differently. You're always giving excuses and you're saying it's gangster to do what they do in Cali and other places. I mean, none of that is gangster, cuz. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Literally. Because it's so far from reality, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is how the original intent operated. Okay? The original document that the Bloods and Crips were founded upon, that every original gang started. This is the document. I'm going to tell you what it says, and I'm going to tell you how it works. Okay? It's supposed to be the environment that I build, which is an environment not based off of creating fear, but based off of respect. It's supposed to be all love. That's why they use these colors, because the colors are supposed to represent that we're all one unity, right? Like with the Bloods, right? Crips, I really don't know how they work, but I mean, I imagine it's the same type of thing, right? And it kind of seems like the Crips are a derivative of a response to the Bloods, in my opinion. That's what it kind of seems like. And that might be the whole problem. And the only way things are ever going to come to a better place is when they shake hands and hug it out, and, you know, or thug it out, meaning like in a ring, in a boxing ring. Other than that, I mean, it's just pointless now. And I mean, I'm watching programs about prisoners that are talking about this. So this really happens, and we all know, and I know. I mean, I'm always in the street. I know everything about the streets coast to coast. Oh, somebody got pulled over. So for me, it's no stretch of the imagination. I know what's going on and I know what's happening, right? So my only point is, how do I explain it? Like I said, that's basically what Batman is. Batman is just like a gangster from the hood. Just like if you went in any hood. I'm so surprised, honestly, that you don't see like niggas in the ghetto doing what I'm doing. I'm really surprised that nobody ever did this, because it makes sense that it would be like a concept in the hood. It's just I brought it to a different environment, right? But like, I'm also the real thing, so it's a lot different, you know. But I'm just saying, it definitely could be a hood concept, like a Batman in the hood. That makes sense to me. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know how to explain it to you. It's just like, I just think everybody operates off their ego, man. You know, it's like if you get on here and you listen to me, we have 27 in the box. I mean, you can listen to me and you can think whatever and, you know, immediately go to the same thing a lot of people do, where they try to dismiss and invalidate and pretend that reality isn't reality. And you could do that. You could talk the fake stuff like, oh, he's just a nobody. He's little. He's weak. I mean, you can see I'm not weak. I mean, I got the videos to prove it. So that's not really going to work. But my point is just that you can always try to dismiss reality of the conversation, what I'm saying. That's the problem with this platform. Y'all want to talk about views. Views are free. The views mean nothing. All that matters is, do you make money on here? And it ain't even about how much, because it takes time. I've never seen any of these people climb up the ladder. Like, that's not a career. That's a joke. I mean, like, they never were making money on YouTube like that. Okay? Then you got to understand this too. Cali Muscle had business deals that a business deal on the table he was trying to work out with that hotel, with the Bayfront Inn. I know everything, bro. That's what y'all don't get. I know everything because I'm really the street nigga who runs the streets. So that's the thing. Like, when people get on here and they run their mouth to me, it's like, that's fine, but you have no idea who you're talking to. You have no concept of who I am. Okay? And like I try to tell people, you have no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes with me. You don't understand all that I've done. You don't know me. You can never fathom or imagine someone like me. What I've accomplished shouldn't even exist. Like, it's impossible. And I'm being honest. So that's my thing, is like I said, I'm not like a huge guy. I mean, I'm pretty ripped, I'm strong, but I'm not like a huge guy. I'm tougher than all these fools put together. I'm quicker than them. I move better than them. Like, I'm stronger than them. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not here to prove any point. I'm not here to supersede anybody. Definitely not here to compare. I'm just giving my true account of actual reality. Like I said, I never even talk about these people because they're irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? So I'm sure at some point it'll attract some attention to the channel. It might be right now. We got like 33 in the box, it looks like. 23 or 33? Oh, 24. Okay. It's all right. Decent numbers. Like I said, just give me a minute. I'm trying to breathe. I'm gonna talk about everything. I'm walking. But like I said, I mean, first of all, my challenge is a strength challenge whenever my hand heals here. Like, I truly believe none of you can come close to me on these bars. I don't believe you could come close to me in a gym or anything. Like, I'm the strongest man in the world, for real. I'm not joking. So, like, I'm not just running my mouth. I'm not just talking. I mean, the only guy I've seen that does stuff that I can't do, and I still can't really say that he's stronger, is the Beast guy, the Beast from Bartenders. That's the only dude I've ever seen that I look at and I'm like, wow, like, that stuff is crazy. Like, him, I give all the credit. Credit where credit's due. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I show love to everybody. I want everybody to win. I like that dude. I like what he represents. You look at his grill, you look at his teeth. He got the same thing going on that I had, right? And now I have it, whatever, in a different way. It's a mentality of somebody who's not going to stop, and nothing stops them. So it makes sense. So I'm like the same thing. I'm just like him. I'm just in a different version, right? So, like I said, I mean, Big Boy Cartel, he was never a mover or shaker. He was nobody. I mean, he's irrelevant. Just like people said, just like people are saying about Wes Watson, that they saw whatever, him in prison getting sunned, owned, G-checked, whatever. Like, Wes Watson is not a tough guy. Wes Watson is just another guy who wants to be a bodybuilder and isn't. I mean, they call themselves bodybuilders, but they have no body. If you look at their body, it's just, like I said, them taking whatever they're taking. I mean, they're not strong. They don't look fit. I'm just being real. Y'all talked about Rich Piana, same thing. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, none of those dudes are impressive to me at all. Like, seriously, they're not impressive. You look at someone like Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins is super, super skinny, and then he's little. And, I mean, that dude's ridiculous, bro. You know, now he's not as strong as me. I'll tell you that straight up. Not in the upper body. He ain't nowhere near me. But as far as his legs and what he does with kicks, oh God, I couldn't come close to him. What he does is incredible. Now, maybe I could if I got the right training, you know, but I mean, not like that. You ain't gonna see me doing those somersaults and stuff. That's just not my thing. Oh man, that's an eagle. Oh man, that ruined my day. I like eagles. That makes me sad. Poor eagle. Seriously. Man, I hate seeing that, bro. I'm telling you, man, these people, they just don't care. They don't care about humanity. They don't care. And I really care about animals, man. And I don't like seeing that. I don't. Even like with the tarantula and the spiders, I get in my feelings. Seriously. Like, I just love animals, humanity, anything with the soul. And animals have a soul. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, Cali Muscle was never it. He's a fraud. He's fugazi. And you notice that all of them, they got into that and then they start talking tough. I mean, that's what happens when you have all that testosterone or fake testosterone, because that's what it is. It's fake. And you have all that going on and you got them all wanting to pretend they're tough and they're trying to impress women. I mean, you're going to have that. You're going to have a little bit of back and forth. But my deal is, I mean, you're a bodybuilder. You're not a gangster. I mean, it's just two totally different things. Because, like, I would hear Cali Muscle saying, like, yeah, they don't try us. They don't talk to us like that to our face when we out there. I mean, all he does is think that he's Billy tough guy, and there's nothing tough about him. Like, I like Cali Muscle. I got love for him, but he's not a tough guy. Like, I tell him to his face. Any of these people, I tell to their face. And they all know it. I met these people. Like, they're not tough guys. I mean, they're fairly big. You know, do they have some strength to them? Yeah, I'm sure they do. But it ain't like what y'all try to pretend. So my question is, right? Let's get to the question, the goody goodies. What do y'all follow on here? Because y'all follow a bunch of frauds. That's what they follow. Y'all will even donate to frauds. Like, when is that going to change? When are you going to realize, like Tupac said, support the real. When is that going to happen? Because the real's right here in front of you. Like I said, I do it naturally. I will outdo any of them in anything naturally. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal, bro. And that's a lot of strength, especially mentally. So, I mean, I'm not someone you can doubt. Like I said, you can look at my videos. None of them move like me. Like I said, I teach 52 blocks, a defensive system. I teach fitness. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm trying to expand this fitness business as much as possible. It's why I can't wait for my hand to heal so I can get back to this. Because it's going to work. Watch. It's going to work. Because I know what I'm doing and I know how to build businesses and compound businesses. Right? 27 in the box. So, like I said, my whole deal is that apparently Big Boy Cartel, he got a bunch of gang members upset in Cali, whatever. Like I said, that's his problem. You know what I mean? That they do it to themselves. And I imagine that that's what would happen because he's trying to sit there and be Billy, you know what, to everyone. And not everyone's going to put up with that. And he's just not that guy. You know? So, I mean, I'm all for a man saying always, I'm going to do whatever I want, which is what I heard he said or something. I mean, that should be any man. Any man is going to do what they want. That's the whole problem with the gangs. I mean, any gang that thinks they're going to control a man, I mean, you're delusional and you're out your mind, and it's that simple. I mean, you're not going to control no real man, but like I said, I just don't. Big Boy Cartel is not a real man. And I'll go farther. I mean, this is the thing, man. Those people, they talk about a reality that's totally polar opposite of what I talk. I kick my rhetoric every day. It totally opposes their rhetoric. And then they pretend that we live in a delusion that we don't live in. Do you get what I'm saying? They pretend that we're in an alternate reality. I mean, I've said everything about how I feel in the truth. I mean, I'll say it again. I mean, it's just not in your DNA, brother. You're not a tough guy. I mean, you know, it's just not. I mean, you can look at history and see that you're not tough. Yes. Like, that's reality. Like, no, I'm not afraid to say common sense. Like, that's the truth. It always has been, always will be. What do you mean? And that's what they think. Like, they think it's tough to be emotional and feminine, right? They think it's tough to be in a group. That's why everything they do is group mentality. I mean, you can't have a fake mob mentality and group think in a group mentality and then think that, oh, you're tough now, right? Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it goes. That's just not what it is. You know what I mean? And it's about that simple. Feel me? So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, genuinely, like, you just ain't it. So that makes sense to me. That makes sense that he would basically upset everybody in Cali. And then I heard Wes Watson, he moved as far as he could from Cali. Same issue. Makes sense. But see, now you're trying to paint Cali like Cali is so tough. I mean, I see y'all doing that all the time too, and it's kind of irritating. I mean, Cali is just Cali. I mean, you have a lot of different, types of niggas in Cali. I mean, I know all about Cali, bro. I've been out in Oakland. I've been all out there when I was young. My dad had me. Hold on.
Boy, I'll tell you, it's a good thing I came back, isn't it? I'm Richbaritone, negative 43 TV with you on this Christmas Eve, and I just ate the largest piece. Shut up. That's actually my phone. I just ate the biggest damned piece of chicken pot pie I've ever eaten in my life. It's great. Is he back? He's such a tease. Let me grab this thing, move it up a little bit. Tease is not the word I was looking for. No, forgive me for that. Don't want to scar that phrase for anybody. Okay, everything's looking really, really bad right now. By the way, I should probably take down the unattended banner, as this thing is no longer unattended. Let me see if I can actually find the damn thing. There we go. And there we go as well. And this portion of our show is brought to you by Squatting at Mommy's House. Go. Oh, okay. I hit the button, but yet we're still getting nothing. How appropriate. Moving further. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. The circle of mouth. You see that right there? That little area around the edge of that circle of the picture. Yep, that is the circle of mouth as of now.
Gate closed. I'm like, I love when the dog comes out because it just wants me to pet it. The dog is awesome. I love that dog. That's a nice dog. It's not like the other ones up here further that are a lot meaner and bigger. But yeah, he was nice.
No, it was from Sam's Club, and it was spectacular. Chunks of white meat chicken, just incredible.
Told him the channel name, so hopefully he'll look it up. Because he just sees me all the time doing what I'm doing. He was asking me where this.
Yes, do be safe while you're out there. It's pretty crazy. It's Christmas Eve, and some people aren't paying the attention that they should be. Like me at the beginning of the show.
It was, but like I said, I can't really do it right now because of my hand. But yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, talking about, Rich Piana, I'm not going to speak on. I just put his name on the title, you know what I mean? But I'm not.
Yeah, Rich Piana's dead. Rich Piana's dead. Get Rich Piana out of your mouth. I'm no fan or anything, but try not talking shit about the dead unless they deserve it, like, say, your dad.
Not going to really speak on, prayers to him, and I don't have anything. Golly, that's annoying. I don't have anything but positive stuff to say. I don't talk about anybody who can't.
Oh, you're working on Christmas Eve. I hope you're making all kinds of money, though.
Can't defend themselves. I just try not to do that. If I do, it's a mistake on my part and me not thinking, but I tend to try to get away from that. But other than that, I mean, my only point is that none of these dudes are really that strong, man. I mean, that's not really, it was never a strength thing. I mean, like I said,
ladies and gentlemen, Sheriff Gonset is here, and indeed, it's smoke 'em if you got 'em time.
They're doing it for looks, whatever. I mean, I see dudes in prison, and I mean, they got to be natural in prison, wouldn't they? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess some of them sneak stuff in, but
that's what I'm talking about, nigga.
I would imagine generally that you would have to be natural. You feel me? And I see dudes in prison that make them look like a mouse, in my opinion. Like, they're really in shape. I mean, not so much as being big, but some of them, yeah, but just the way that they're built. And I think that's just got to do with dedication and having nothing but time and the right food, starchy food.
Starchy food? The right kind of food? Starchy food? No. Bodybuilders want protein. And that's what they want. They tend to get it from lean beef, chicken, just plain chicken. They're famous for eating that. We know where you get your protein from, and it's sort of a solution. It's kind of a suspension. There are little microscopic things in your protein that swim around and bump into one another.
I don't know what they're telling me to do. I'm not going to cross when it's green, lady.
You're being set up. Yes.
Come on. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm just giving my opinion, man. I mean, it's just the truth. Like, none of these dudes were ever tough guys, and they get into these industries.
No, he's never been to prison. And from what I understand, guys like him tend to wind up doing things like holding pockets.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's a bunch of cowards. I mean, you can detect a coward pretty quick by their actions and the way that they move. It's like I said, like, you've got dudes in the street. A dude in the street is a dude in the street. Doesn't mean that they're super gangsta and tough. A person can come any way they want, right? Like with me.
A person can come anywhere they want. I'm not real sure about that, indecent exposure being what it is.
You're going to come correct.
I'm sure that's not what he meant, but the shot was open and I had to take it.
Well, people can come any way they want. I mean, I've talked about on here. You've seen people try to do it with me, when I'm not working. And like, it never really works. My whole deal is I don't owe you anything. I'm older now and I'm smarter and wiser and I have everything to lose. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have some point to prove or have a back and forth with some stranger because whatever, they're having a bad day or a bad year or a bad couple of years and they just don't like themselves. I'm a lot more mature now.
Do you think so? I just beg to differ for reasons that there's no reason to go into it because we all know I don't want to beat that particular horse to death, although I'll admit it's tempting. Hello to Game Over on this Christmas Eve here on Negative 43 TV, 38 minutes after the hour, wherever you may be. And I suspect I will be here till somewhere around 6:15 p.m. Sneedville time and 6:30. So let's see how things work out.
And that's just a fact. It has nothing to do with being scared, which I've proven. Not scared of anyone or anything. Literally, I'm the most fearless man ever. But it has to do with just being.
Oh, Logie, it was crazy. It was crazy. So full of chicken breast. I figured it would have some chicken in it. It was loaded. It's almost like a protein shot.
Smart. I mean, if you're the gangster, gangster is about wealth too. I mean, when you have everything to lose. And
did you know that most gangsters don't have shit? It's true. Crime doesn't necessarily pay, especially at the lower end.
And at the same time, I really have nothing to lose because of what I'm going through physically. I mean, you know, they don't know that. Other people don't know that. See, the thing is, people don't understand about me. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, where I'm at, who it is. I mean, I can be tough anytime I want.
Okay. Why aren't you?
I mean, I can, you know, like I said, I got a spirit inside me, bro. You know, I can bring that spirit out and let that spirit out to play anytime I want. And
is it a spirit, or is it a gerbil wrapped in duct tape? We want to know now.
I'm going to win no matter what. But for what? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to get myself paying fines, in trouble, especially over people that ain't worth nothing. They're not worth my time. Real talk. Like, some people, I'm sorry, but they're literally worth nothing. Like, why would me with everything? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Right? You got to learn to get smart, like I said, and change your attitude and change your mentality. And then you'll be able to get somewhere, hopefully, and understand a little more how reality works, how this game works.
As I like to say, describe your surroundings right now. Right this very minute, describe your surroundings. Oh, wait, you're down in the shit. I'll just be damned.
Right? But at the end of the day, man, I mean, like I said, I mean, none of those people are anybody. They get into these industries because they're cowards. They're ducking the real streets, the real thing. They're ducking all that. You know, so I mean, Batman is going to be in Cali. I'll be operating in Cali.
You're never going to get anywhere near California. Shut up. My goodness, my Christmas cheer is being challenged. No, not really. I just enjoy being really pissy toward this guy.
So, like I said, I mean, all that fake stuff. I mean, the difference with everyone else and Batman is that with
please wish a Merry Christmas to the real Tyree Sneed. He's here as Mr. Varhanson. But as you saw at the beginning of the show, yes, indeed, he's got a new channel. In fact, there's a link to his new channel in the description of this here live stream. Welcome and happy Christmas Eve and Christmas to you, sir.
Batman, you get to see what's really real. You get to see, because people write a lot of checks with their mouth that they can't cash.
Like
but
this?
With Batman goes out in the street actively and does his thing. So, I mean, if anyone feels like they're the Joker for real and they're so tough, I mean, they have every chance to test that and see and find out, right? That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? All these other people, they just run their mouth. Like, I'm just being real with you. Some people run their mouth. Some people don't. Some people are posers. Some people are about it. To me, and my vision is so much different because I'm moving off God. I'm moving off faith.
Your vision,
and I'm not a person who says
your vision is so much different because you're nearly blind.
Believe in God, so I can
see what I did there. See what you just walked into. Of course, you didn't see it because you're blind.
Get away from the funk. I'm all about the funk. I believe in God, and God wants me to be about the funk.
You are about the funk, motherfucker. You are about the funk. You're basically a block of Limburger cheese on wheels at the wheels. Listen to me. Legs. There I go.
Nigga.
Damn, this weed's good.
Feel that?
Yeah, I do.
Me and God is rolling together, homie. Real talk. We run these blocks. Real talk. So it's a little different. I was watching one of them yesterday. He was out there from Cali or something. And he just kept saying, on the real, man. He must have said that like 200 times in the conversation. On the real.
Know what I mean, dude? Know what I'm saying?
On the real. On the real. I want to start doing that. I just think it's funny. On the real. On the real. And they got that little Bay accent, you know what I'm talking about? On the real. On the real. It's just funny as hell. He all swole and on the real. Yeah, that's on the real. On the real.
Good Lord in heaven, the beating do, huh?
Like, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start acting like these dudes out of prison. I just think it's funny. It is. It's comedy. It's comedic to me. It's genuinely pretty funny. It makes me laugh. Here, hold on. I got to drink my water. Give me a minute.
It's Tyree Sneed Sneedville. That is his new channel, I do believe. Oh,
matter of fact, just bear with me a second here while I do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all can stay on here.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Actually, you know what? Let's just do another live. I'll do another live, and I'll come right back when I turn this off in just a minute. We'll do that. But yeah, man, like I said, I mean, people have their priorities wrong, man. You know, I mean, like I said, none of y'all want to be me, man. I'm the tough guy, bro. You don't want to be me, and maybe you do, but you just aren't. You aren't this.
That was a good hit. The colors, the colors.
Y'all ain't built like this. So just stop. I mean, you see what happens when you're tough. I mean, I'm tough. Look at me. Look at all I go through. You don't want to go through this stuff, man. Genuinely, bro, you don't. I don't wish it on anyone, man. You don't want to do this.
If you don't wish it on anyone, why do you flex it? Why do you flex it? Of course, none of what you're flexing is real, but why do you flex it? Good. Load in heaven, folks.
And that's the whole thing is, you know, people don't get it. Like, I'm Batman for a reason. I'm not Batman because I'm some guy that made up a ploy and was like, oh, I'm going to fake that I'm Batman. Like, no, I was built to do this, man. I got chosen by God to do what I do because I'm really that tough. And they know I'm going to keep pushing no matter what. That's what it's all about. That's the name of the game.
Hey, Troll Team, you got to double check your triple check when we're talking about something as important as being subscribed to the real Tyree Sneed.
Right? Endurance. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, I can't take none of them dudes seriously, and I didn't have time to get into Andrew Tate. I've talked about it before, but maybe we'll talk about it a little on the next one. All right, but I'll be right back in just a minute. So all y'all congregate, come back, and we'll talk in just a second. All right, hold up.
All y'all congregate and come back. We are definitely congregating on this Christmas Eve here on Negative 43 TV. I'm Richbaritone, and it's 46 minutes after the hour wherever you may be. That's right, 16 minutes until the top of the hour. So we have just watched David Goggins, Big Boy, Kelly Muscle, Wes Watson Challenge, and Reality Check. All right, which was bizarre as usual. Let me see. Does he have anything teed up? I do not believe that he does at this time. So one way to go about this is what I'm doing right now. And nope, he has nothing else scheduled. Let me look back here. And then we're getting into yesterday, the whole Bats rule thing and everything. So let me see. I don't know that we went through all of the motivational speaker lessons or not. It is somewhat shocking that he has not gone live yet at this point. But being Christmas Eve, he's off somewhere getting a charity dinner, as well he should be. He'd be stupid if he didn't. So I don't think we've looked at any of these. I do not think we've looked at any of these. I'm going to take a chance here, and if I'm repeating myself relative to the video, please, dear Lord, please let me know. I am going to take a guess here. We are going to listen to one from yesterday. Again, I can't remember if I've streamed it. Everything just runs together. This is record label Cashless Bane CEO, Lesson 3, Music Knowledge. So you know that it has absolutely nothing to do with music knowledge because he possesses none. He possesses less than I do. And might take a little bit of doing, so let's click on it and see just what the hell happens. Negative 43 TV, Christmas Eve magic, right here live. Okay. Come on, Tyree. Let's get right into it.
All right.
Here we go.
How's it going, everybody?
Pretty damn good.
Real quick, I'm not going to be long, but
let's see. He says he's not going to be long, but this will go on for a total of 33 minutes and 43 seconds. So that's going on kind of long.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's delve into this real quick. All right. So first of all, I notice how I want you all to notice the public, how you got people constantly playing games, right? So as soon as I finish my live, they go live, right? Y'all gotta understand, man. I mean, when it comes to strategizing and being like militant,
you're clueless.
Tyree Sneed is king.
Wait. Okay, you just said something really stupid here. I don't think he knows what militant means. Let's review.
Y'all gotta understand, man. I mean, when it comes to strategizing and being like militant, Tyree Sneed is king. So like
when it comes to
we could
strategizing and being like militant, a militant is one with it, in my definition, one with extreme ideas and likes to install their extreme ideas with violence. It has nothing to do with the military, comma, you stupid ingrown ass hair.
do this, bro. You feel me? Because like I said, me, I'm trying to get more with it anyway. This is gonna help me get back into the swing of things. Like it's all good. You see me making moves and making movements a lot smoother than any of y'all, right? But let
No.
me clarify something, right? Like I'm gonna take it from the top with everything, right? The first thing I want to say is this: we making money over here.
Bullshit.
Okay. So I already got confirmation. We got more money in the books coming in, right? Remember, this is a whatever you want to call it. It's a full scale business, right? Even though it was meant to be nothing like that. It's
At best, it's a hobby. For you and for myself, at best, it's a hobby. You do not have a full blown business in anything whatsoever. And the occasional dick that you blow doesn't count as a business either.
not supposed to be, right? You're not supposed to even make much money on here. I'm the pioneer of it, and I'm turning it into a full scale business and getting everything going on. So, the whole point is how to explain this.
You don't. You don't.
I mean, first of all, none of these dudes on YouTube have any business talking about music. That's number one. Number two, like I said, when I get on here, I get paid to speak. You all don't. You talk for free, just like you rap for free, right? Me, I'm going to
Okay, Tyree, what is the most common chord progression on guitar?
be recording music. I think
1-4-5, you would know that.
it's so funny to hear people who've never made one red center dime off of rap music or music, period. And all I've told them is one statement nonstop that you rap for free.
And as far as I go, that's about as far as it goes.
But they're talking about delusion again, concepts that don't exist, and trying to act like they can teach people how to make money. How are you going to tell someone how to make money with music if you've never made any money with music?
Good question.
Can you answer that question? It's literally impossible in this realm of reality.
That's why you've never made any money with it. Might have sold something here, something there, but a total of maybe, say, $20 over 15 years. I believe the phrase I'm looking for is ain't shit.
You can't teach anyone what you've never done and what you don't know how to do. It's just that simple. I mean, you could talk all day, but you're acting like it's an easy thing to do. That's number one. Number two, I was never in a position where I needed to make money with music. I'm not in one now.
You're in a position where you need to make money with anything, any way, anyhow, even if it means committing immoral acts, because you're so far down the list. You're at the very end of the shit stem.
Like I said, I get paid on here. I turn this into my own media company independently, right? I'm a genius, right? So now
think about this. Sewer rats have more dignity than you do.
Next step in phase that's coming around the corner.
Tyree Sneed, not you there in the audience. I need to be more specific sometime.
Corner here, very soon, probably right around the corner, is exactly that. To now get back to the music like I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going to be recording a lot, like nonstop. I'm just going to be creating music. Okay. Reason being is that I can take any track I want. I can take any beat I want. I can do pretty much whatever I want because I'm
okay. Listen to this.
On my own website. It's different. See, I can take beats and I can use them, and I actually can market them. Yes, I can sell them for profit. I can market them all I want, just not on this platform. I have to go to my own website to do so.
Not on any platform. Not on any platform whatsoever. You cannot take somebody's copyrighted beat. Believe me, YouTube's going to bust that out anyhow. You can't do it. It does not work the way that you say it works at all. Never has. It never will. You might have a right to parody, of course, but not in this case, because a beat doesn't have any lyrics, and When I think of parody, I'm generally thinking of lyrics, although you can parody music too. Let me shut my ass.
Right. And there's nothing that anyone can do about it. Right. Like if I want to rap on a beat, I take the beat and I rap on it. Like I'm not going to ask anybody for anything. I'm not going to ask for permission. That should just be common sense. I have no need to. You feel me? Because that's the way I created this business. Like we should all have free rights and free reign to rap and make music. So once I put the website back out, which if y'all want to,
Two things. First of all, I should have left that comment up a little bit longer. Second comment, boy, that'd be one hell of a way to spend Christmas Eve, wouldn't it?
help me if you want to donate and hit the Cash App. I'll need about 20 to about $30 to re-release the website, right? Shout out to Michael, by the way. Michael donated me $15.
Okay, he said he needs $20 to $30 to re-release the website. So it sounds to me like he's bought the domain, but it's still non-functional, and it will remain non-functional because he will either forget about it, B, he will get a scooter, or C, he will never be able to generate $20 that he could truly spare to throw down yet another toilet.
Merry Christmas. You told me that you're in the hospital, man. I'm sorry for whatever you're going through, and genuinely, I hope that you're doing better, and you're welcome to fill me in on the details. You do have to understand, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to discuss anything on here, okay? I think that everybody should know what it is at this point. Like I said here, we're not going to have any chat room. We're not going to have any comment section. We're not going to have much of anything here.
And who's the coward? And who's the coward? Who's hiding behind a keyboard? You are literally doing that at this point by your own declaration about 15 seconds ago.
Okay, no chat room, no comment section, no nothing. And it's just about that simple, right? As well as no email.
You should definitely have feathers instead of hair because you're that much of a fucking chicken.
Pretty much all the means of communication.
I mean, you already have the beak, don't you?
Are completely closed, right? So basically, you know, you got to understand I'm a nice guy. I'm just really busy right now. Doing this, but like I said, it's all love over here. Like I said, I already got confirmation. I've got more money secured, and I'm talking like a couple of $100 already secured, right? My check is coming on top of all this, right? From the 21st to the 26th, as soon as they get some banking days in between these holidays, that check is coming. Like I said, right now, I'm in between my check, in between money. I need all the help I can get. If people can Cash App, please do. My PayPal is Achilles3207 at AOL.com. My Venmo is at Sub-Zero3207. I already won. It's solidified. I left all y'all behind.
You've already won. You're begging for donations. You gave up 2 different sites there that time. I sometimes forget that this kind of stuff is why you're all here.
It's over. It's over. The minute I got that confirmation, it's over. It's a wrap. Now, the next thing, right, is I got to get this next step done, right, which is solidifying this $1,000 bonus with.
Yeah, apparently it goes a little deeper than that, obviously. When you're talking about parody music, certainly in this country, it's Weird Al Yankovic. And he actually needs to have the permission of the artist to even do the parody. For only one reason, because we all have a right to parody. He has to have that permission so he can sell it. And of course, there's money in it for him, and there's really, really money in it for the artist. Songwriting royalties are where it be.
Within this network. Okay. And if I do that, it's going to put me in a very, very good candid position. Okay. And basically,
it's going to put me in a very good candid position. And when somebody's being candid, they're being honest. Yet another word that he does not know. I've taken it back a little bit because I want us all to Enjoy this in the full glory that it deserves without me walking all over it.
At AOL.com. My Venmo is at Sub-Zero3207. I already won. It's solidified. I left all y'all behind. It's over. It's over. The minute I got that confirmation, it's over. It's a wrap. Now, the next thing, right, is I got to get this next step done, right, which is solidifying this $1,000 bonus within this network. Okay. And if I do that, it's going to put me in a very, very good candid position.
It's going to put him in a very, very, first of all, there's no $1,000 bonus here on YouTube. It's not there. Going to put himself in a very good, candid position. If he was being candid about his position, this show wouldn't be going on. Maybe that would be what it would take for him to say, what the fuck am I doing? What have I done? Of course, it's never going to happen, and we love it here in Sneedville.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's the top of the hour wherever you are in the world. Negative 43 TV, Sneedville, Purgatory. Merry Christmas Eve to all of you. This is the Christmas Eve show.
And basically, like I said, it'll enable me to move around and take a trip of my choice anywhere that I want. And basically,
boy, I beat this one to death yesterday, didn't I? You take a trip? Take a trip? You need to take a trip to a time clock, which you need to punch, and then you need to go to work. Fun and trips, it should not even be on your map anywhere at all, because it's just, no, you can't afford it. It's a bad move. Of course you want to do it precisely because it's a bad move. And speaking of bad moves, have you been to Richbaritone Limited lately? Link is, of course, in the description.
I'll just have to watch my little money that I have, my finance.
So far, we're 0 for December, which means everything's going perfectly.
And I'll be able to actually travel, promote the channel, maybe even take my stuff and do the Batman thing somewhere else just to get some different angles, viewpoints, pictures, photos, everything, make it an experience. And that's what I really would like to do, is just start taking trips out one at a time, whether it be that's on Greyhound is fine for now, whatever, right?
Oh, okay.
And branch out and just have fun, do my Batman thing, maybe get a hotel for a night or so somewhere, you know, and whatever. If I got to come right back, however I do it. But like I said, I'd like to start doing that, learn how to travel as cheap as possible, right?
Yeah, it'd be great to go from a rootless existence to a rootless existence. A plan? It doesn't really sound like it, but it sounds like what he's going to do. So you know it's wrong.
I'll be able to get everything. I should be able to get everything I need, right? It's just we're coming in to, like they said, a season of abundance. This is the first time I'm seeing an actual valid sign of it. I'm just waiting for everything to accrue. That's not scary.
What valid sign would that be? A woman that doesn't exist negotiating a settlement that doesn't exist so she could magically come and save you? They do actually call that magical thinking, and it's considered a part of many different mental illnesses.
You know? Good doggy.
Oh, God, please.
I'm not scared at all. I'm totally kidding with y'all, but it kind of caught me off guard. He was growling. He was like, eh.
Yeah, it's coming from the guy who asked a total stranger to walk along the avenue with him because he was scared that he was going to be attacked by Dog Joe.
They're probably nice. They're probably just territorial. But, yeah, well, like I said,
their dogs are territorial, and to them, you smell like food. Anything that smells to a dog, or for that matter, a cat, it must be something to eat.
It's over, man. It's over. So, like I said, any way y'all feel about it, feel whatever. I left y'all behind. It is what it is. So that's what's so funny. Look at that.
It's not over. It's not over. It's never over. This is an infinity loop you're on, and we're here for it. It's kind of like the Truman Show if Truman had been a raving madman.
Talking about doing things, but they haven't done it. And then they had to admit that they failed. that they failed and they've basically wasted and tricked off all these years and all the time they had. Like I said, all I'm saying is one valid point. I'm not saying it to be condescending or any other type of way. I'm just making a bold-faced statement as a man that you refuse to answer because all you do is deflect and project. I mean, it's not in the past you were crying and whining. You're still in that energy.
Jesus Christ.
And you admitted it yourself. So like I said, I mean, at what point are you going to understand that it'll help me?
That too, red screen, but yeah, he smells like food to them.
To have people work together on here genuinely. If we could work together genuinely, it'll help us all.
Now, speaking of smell triggering appetites in animals, I am honestly surprised that it has not yet happened that a pack of feral cats descended on him and just ate him alive.
Build and get somewhere to a different level. But I'm doing it on my own as of now, and it's going very well, like I said, and with the support of...
What a way to go, huh? What happened to him? Well, 300 tomcats killed him. They ate him. They thought he was 9 lives.
Christina, like I said,
smelling like fish and all that.
Christina had already sent the gifts. She sent a gift. She sent about 5 gifts. I watched her do it on the stream.
Mauled by 300 cats. Damn.
So I'm kind of confused as to why it's not like reflecting it or saying they're there. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it just takes time. But that's kind of confusing. And I'm going to have to turn around and see if I can get her help or somebody at some point to send gifts again.
All right, everybody. He has a live queued up now. I get into the 6:30 range or so. I'll let it keep running, but at that point, I have to get up and go down to the gym and sit on the recumbent bike for 40 minutes to an hour. I'll be monitoring the show while I'm down in the gym, and if anything goes wrong, I'll call Mrs. Baritone. She'll be up here. She'll have absolutely no idea what to do. Ooh, there we go. RTS tells me he is live now, so that's good news here on this Christmas Eve. He's just making it even easier. Oh, this is wow. This one is called I Am God's Son, Sent to Rescue Everyone. Just what we need, some offhand blasphemy to make your Christmas Eve everything it ought to be, right here on Negative 43 TV. He's got 2 people watching.
About them.
And how long has he been on? He hasn't been deleting shit today. Yeah. We'll start from the beginning. Or will we? Boy, that was the boring choice, wasn't it? You can't win them all around here. Let's see, what are we talking about here? Come on, you bitch. Okay, we'll move on up then. There's the circle of mouth. I can let it go now.
Folks, how's everybody doing?
Better than you.
So, yeah, like I said, hold up.
Wow. Again, I'd like to say something about it. I just can't on the show because of, well, you'll have to go back to the beginning and see just how stupidly the show started. So, grabbing the slider of destiny, and we're looking for the circle of mouth. Always looking for this. There it is. There it is, the circle of mouth.
Hey, man. Me, I always do my own thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm going to keep on letting everybody know how I feel, especially how I feel about them. And just keep on doing me, bro. You feel me? Because I understand, like, my spirit tells me when enemies are around. So, like, I just can feel what it is. You know what I mean? See, people think...
Could you imagine going through life with that level of skull-crushing paranoia? Enjoying anything would be absolutely impossible.
Yeah. I don't know what they think. They think a bunch of delusion that doesn't exist. And
we're just a little bit behind Tyree, but yes, he's live right now.
Isn't there? You feel me? But like me, I know what it is, man. And like, I know exactly what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I got God with me. You know what I mean? I fear nothing. Real talk, literally. And that's what this is all about. Like I said, breaking out the matrix, which is what I've done, right? And what I'm turning around and trying to teach.
He's about as thick as a number 2 pencil, and if he tried to go down the chimney, he'd still get stuck.
People. I mean, that's what it talked about in the reading, is it's all about what I've been through and the fact that I've been through everything, and that's the person that people can trust and listen to help them. That's a cute cat. But yeah, like I said, like with all these people, it seems to be the common thing, man. They're against the human spirit, right?
No, I think the common thing among all of us here is that we've eaten this evening. Speaking of food, this portion of our program is brought to you by Snackies.
And like I said, they don't want you to be at peace and don't want you to be happy. And like, I'm going to always be at peace and always be happy. You know what I mean? God got me completely, bro. Believe me when I tell you that. You feel me? So my whole deal is, like I said, like all my stuff is privatized for a reason, man. I don't talk to you people. There's nothing to talk about. I don't deal with you people. I don't listen to you people. I don't hear you people. I don't care less what any of y'all talking about.
And that's why you don't have a show. Not in reality, you don't have a show. You won't interact with the people that watch you. I do it the entire show. I'm stepping on videos constantly to talk to good people that decided to spend some of their Christmas Eve. They're spending it with Negative 43 TV. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. It's been a great show. We've had great numbers, and it was not expected. We're just going to keep on going for a little bit at least.
At any time, because like I said, you're all the same. You're all delusional, literally. So what they do is they all try to do the same things over and over again, and they're all like committing crimes, doing illegal stuff, trying to make moves on me, right? Any way that they can, subtly. They all have their little tactics, and it's all designed.
Subtly? You haven't been around Sneedville very long, then, have you? And I know that's not true. Find anything that I've been subtle about so far on this show. I think you'll find that it's fuck all nothing.
To, like I said, try to cause me stress. It's all intentional. Try to cause me stress, try to get me to take losses, something, you know what I mean? It has to be something. It can't ever just be being happy for someone and, you know, allowing them to just be in their energy and be happy. Like when I'm happy, I got people that really believe that they can ruin my happiness. Not at all, homie.
No, we don't have to ruin your happiness. You do that yourself with every decision you make, every hour of every day. Speaking of making bad decisions, it's smoke them if you got them time.
And we're not going to tolerate nothing, like I said.
Let's make some bad decisions together, you and I.
Like, nah, I don't be happy and celebrate and let anyone just come like rain on my parade. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? And I don't care who you are. You feel me? So, like I said, for me, like I said, I'm just a happy person, man. I love life. Life is.
I did not leave this comment up long enough, and you're right, Silicon. It would be mind-crushingly depressing. Oh my God, what have I done?
It's beautiful, seriously, man. Life is beautiful, period.
Letting the days go by, letting the water hold me down. Has nothing to do with anything that we're doing right now or talking about. I just thought I'd throw it in there because my sanity should be questioned as well.
Period. My life's been beautiful. And at the end of the day...
Hey, tell you what, how about some closed captioning, everybody? Unavailable. God to the damn, huh?
I mean...
Let me take that back. This is Christmas Eve. Gosh to the darn.
I don't know. I don't know if that's really what, like, I'm supposed to be working on is what I'm starting to think and maybe realize, like, maybe a lot of it has to do with that, with inner peace. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because I've seen the devil try to, like, disturb my peace and not let me be at peace the entire time.
Even though Christina's not real, the woman in the picture is real. Talk to her father? No, her father's probably the reason she's the way she is.
Reading has already told me I'm way ahead of all of you. I'm omnipotent. So it's already told me what the devil wants from me.
Talking heads.
I already know the things that the devil wants, but the devil is powerless.
My favorite line from which is, and you may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done?
You understand what I'm saying?
Letting the days go by.
The devil is nobody. You feel me?
I'm not a big Talking Heads fan, but that's brilliant.
Is this dude I know or not? Yeah, the devil is powerless, man. But God is a whole nother story. You know what I mean? The devil.
Oh, and if you don't like the song Life During Wartime, I don't know what to tell you.
Only has like a little bit of power for so long. You know what I mean? That's why he tries to run rampant and throw everything he can at me.
No, they do make some money until most of them either find God or self-delete. That seems to be the way it goes.
Or whoever's out there. But like I said, me, you know, I'm never going to sit here and play these word games. That's number one. You know what I mean? But
word
even the
games,
reading was saying...
You're not going to sit here and play word games. Could you imagine Tyree Sneed trying to play Scrabble?
And that basically, I mean, when they hear you, that's like, for a lot of those people, that's like the only church they'll ever go to. But I'm not a church. I'm not going to be a church for the reason that...
And his voice in that song, it's like psychosis in a voice.
And this is what I'm tired of, that this society, if like I could call it the Church of Batman.
In that song, he just sounds like a guy that's just about ready to go.
Literally. You know what I mean? Like, I could open a church if I wanted. The reason why I refuse to and I won't really do it is because, like I said, and I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But at the end of the day, if I did that, I already know how it would go, because the Illuminati and the Freemasons are constantly trying to role reverse, correct? So my point is, if they're trying to role reverse, right, what does that mean? That means that they're going to try to attach to me what they've seen me already, like, catch these people for, right? In other words, if I have a major following on YouTube, it's all good, right? But they want to make everything look like something that it's not. You get what I'm saying? That's what they do. It's called role reversal. It's a tactic that Illuminati uses. So it's a tactic that it's designed, and that's what all these people are doing. Like, I'm just saying, I can see.
What role reversal is this that you're talking about? You know, like, today, the role of the unemployed bum will be played by Richbaritone. That can't be it, right?
See the devil around me. I can see him moving. I can see what he's doing. I mean, there's nothing that's getting past me, man. I'm
because you could never play the man with common sense.
Completely omnipotent and aware of everything, bro. I know everything going on around me.
Well, I can play you with no problem. Oh, look at me. I'm Tyree Sneed. I'm that. Well,
bro. And you fools just...
God, I love Andy Kaufman. Oh, hey, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Be like funny to me, because y'all all be on the same thing, all of them, and it'd be like 24 hours a day. The devil is just going crazy. Like, all these people are the same. They're all erratic. They're all clinically insane. They're out of their mind, right? And like I said, just be the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm tired of it. Tired of hearing it. Like, I'm not nobody's target. Like I said, I've made this clear. Like, people ain't happy for me. I mean, what are we talking for? There ain't nothing to talk about, bro. I ain't talking to none of you people. What is there to talk about? None of these people did anything.
And now in your upper right-hand corner, Schizo the Cat says, Merry Christmas, everybody. He's radioactive. He's tripping his balls off, but we love him anyway. Every now and again, he'll let go of the curtain that he just hangs from because he's terrified.
Thing for me ever. They all lied right to my face. They've offered me no help for nothing, right? Caused me tons of problems and issues. It all comes from the same individuals, right? Like, and then they sit there and say, oh, you should forgive. I'm at the point, why should you?
Yep, that's exactly what I took that from. It was Jerry Lawler. It was the feud in Memphis. And that was one of his common taunts. I'm from Hollywood. I know everything. You Jerry. Oh, hey, I'm Jerry Lawler. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
forgive people who do things intentionally and never stop. And they say forgiveness is for you, but I don't understand that. I genuinely don't, because it's, to forgive that is to basically.
Yeah, the story of Schizo the cat is that he's a stray cat that wandered into Negative 43 Studios one day, tripping his balls on window pane and having recently been exposed to a large dose of gamma radiation. He's a little unpredictable. He may be dangerous to be around, but we love him anyway.
Remain ignorant of it. I mean, even if you say forgive, don't forget, it's the same thing. If you,
I know since he's come around, our heating bills have went way down.
Forgive it, you're saying that it's okay. You're enabling that behavior, period. I don't care what you're saying. So like me, I'm not really trying to forgive nothing at this point.
I should probably tell the newer listeners that this whole thing is a story. Okay? I'm not Richbaritone. There is no Negative 43 TV. Schizo the cat isn't real. And I don't have 200 hamsters out in the power station turning their wheels at exactly 61 RPMs so that we can go on air. The whole thing is a story.
See how that makes sense. Because we tried that and that isn't working. And that's my whole thing, is like, I've tried every approach, man, and I've tried the nice approach.
If you go back to the very beginning of my channel, it's a pretty good example of what Frank Zappa used to call continuation theory.
And like I said, everybody wants to pretend. They want to act like they don't get it. And that's what they do. They all do the same thing. They start trying to push your boundaries and pretend whenever they want, right? And they just try to keep you in this cyclic nature.
Yes, they were, actually. And the day he died, Jerry Lawler kept kayfabe just for him. I mean, he didn't talk high power shit about him. He said, well, he's dead now. I just, I didn't like him when he was alive. I don't like him when he's dead. But now that he's dead, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, which is exactly what Andy Kaufman would have wanted.
That they're in. Like, yeah, I don't operate in cycles. I don't do things like that. I don't do things the way you do them. I don't know who does things like y'all. Nobody, right? Because none of it makes any coherent sense. None of it. Right? And that's my whole thing. Like, I'm not going to live my life in fear.
What little bit I've seen of his commentating, I did like. I probably quit watching wrestling about 95, 96, right about the time my daughter lost interest.
I'm going to live my life in love and stand up and be proud of who I am and be brave, like I said. I mean, I'm just done talking to all y'all.
But everybody talks shit about WWF in late 70s and early 90s, the cartoon wrestling period. I had a child at the time younger than the age of 10, and it was genuinely wonderful family entertainment. And then came the Attitude Era, and it wasn't family friendly at all anymore. It actually got somewhat slutty, if I may say.
Real talk. Like, I'm telling the whole public, all you.
And I'm not just talking about the women. I mean the whole damn thing. The dudes got slutty too.
Y'all, like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. None of y'all. Feel me? Unless you like a fan and you like what I do and you coming on some supportive stuff. Other than that, I ain't hearing it, bro. Feel me? And that's the whole difference. It's like, I'm not these YouTubers. Trust me, I'm a whole different ball game.
You're on YouTube. And the fact that you don't listen has a lot to do with why you are where you are.
And I don't know how that's going to go if they put us in the same environment, honestly, because it's literally, I'm a wild animal. I mean, you're putting, like, I'm being honest with you. Like, that's why they never invited me to shows on YouTube or interviews or conventions, because they know, like, it's literally like putting like a wild tiger or a lion in a cage with a cat.
What kind of cat are you talking about, first of all? So it's just instant stupidity from the minute it escaped his mouth. Nothing new about that. Probably didn't need to stop the show to tell you that either.
You know what I mean? I mean, literally. And I'm talking about, it doesn't matter if they're a bodybuilder. It doesn't matter all this I'm big stuff, whatever, whoever they are. I don't care about none of that, bro. None of that means anything. Doesn't make any sense, right? Just like them doing the same thing for years. That's what they do. They do the same thing for years on end. Every day, the same cycle.
You know, Tyree would be a great wrestling character. Just Turn him loose in the interview. Just let him talk his shit, talk his shit, talk his shit. And his entire gimmick, of course, would be running like a little bitch the second the guy that he's been talking shit about enters the ring. He's like a chicken shit manager, except he's a scrawny little wrestler guy. Not even a jobber.
Same thing. Like, how do you not think you're lame and whack? Like, honestly, real talk. And y'all be so big about all these electric things, and I'm gonna tell you why, because you really are overcompensating, and you feel like that tells somebody, oh, you have money. That's why y'all run around.
Overcompensating, of course, means somebody has something nice, usually a vehicle that he cannot have, and he is, of course, jealous to the point of being green, as they used to say 80 years ago.
Paid this for this. Who cares? I paid $1,300 for a bat cycle, and it broke like 3 times, right? Like I said, somebody tried to come in this chat and say something.
For the newcomers here, he paid $300 or so for the electric scooter. He had it repaired twice, which brought it up around $1,300, maybe even 3 times. I have to say that the scooter that Tyree Sneed had was a fucking unit. It was not meant to put on the mileage that he put on it. It wasn't meant to take the abuse that he gave it. And the fact that it was repaired twice and continued to go, it's crazy. Yeah, he's live right now, as a matter of fact.
Intentionally antagonistic, that didn't happen. They said something about, I did something with my bike. I didn't do anything with the bike.
He's live. My mouth is just doing the whole motor thing.
Common sense. Like, how would that bother me, though? And why would you just keep repeating that? You don't control the rhetoric. In reality, your word means nothing. You don't have any credibility. So, like, the whole situation is just awfully weird to me, right? Because it doesn't exist. No, what happened is they sold me a bike where the handlebar was already going to come loose, and they knew it. So that's what they do. They tighten it just enough so that you can't really tell when you're trying it out.
I hate beating this point to death, but it has to be said every time. The man that sold the bike to you told you, your own words, he told you that, quote, everything on this bike is loose. It's not his fault. Once he told you that you were still dumb enough to give him $20 for a bike that was probably worth $750.
Real quick, right? And then basically, once you buy it, they know you're already stuck with it. And then I ask them, and they say no refunds, basically. And they knew exactly what they were doing, which is my whole issue with them. They knew exactly what position they were putting me in and what they were doing, and they did it anyway, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, it ain't complicated. It ain't different. It ain't hard to explain. It ain't hard to understand. Like, no, I didn't do anything with the bicycle. They did, though. What do you mean? No, me, I was just riding and the handlebar clean came out, literally. So, I mean, imagine how that went, right? I mean, how are you going to say that's not a lawsuit? That's exactly how any lawsuit goes. My dad was an injury lawyer for UT.
That means nothing in the context of this conversation. So it's about 6:27 now. My gym time is approaching. He is still live, but I kind of don't know. You know what I mean? So I'll be somewhere in the area over the next 15 minutes getting ready to go to the gym. If he goes on beyond that 15 minutes, it's in the hands of the Lord. Or I could switch over to something that I know is not going to run out while I'm at the gym. In fact, that probably will be what I do because it just sounds safer.
Graduated from UT Law School as an injury lawyer. That right there is that exact type of...
I got about 850 calories of pot pie I need to get off.
Lawsuit. So, like I said, that's another lawsuit that I more than likely can win, just like all of them. And like I said, I've never sued or filed a lawsuit ever. So why would you act like, oh, I'm full of hot air, I'm whatever? Like, no, that makes no sense. Like I said, it's the whole deal of invisible.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll be unattended here for about 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure this is going to last at least that long. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. And then I'll come back and I may put it off, but I'm still going, kids. I'm still going. That's how you get this stuff done. I went this morning. I did go this morning, but yeah, I'm sitting on a recumbent bike for half an hour, and I've reached a point where it's nothing. It's nothing. I ride it an hour a day. If I want to burn 1,000 calories, I ride it for an hour and 40 minutes, and I don't even breathe hard. I'm so thankful that things seem to be going the way that they're going, but you may win out. I may change my mind, but I'll be back one way or another in about 15 minutes. So that means it's time to bring up, yes, that's right. Where is it? Yep, unattended and the unattended Chiron. I'll be back in about 15 minutes or so, at which time I'll let you know what I am going to do relative to all of this. So stay tuned, talk amongst yourselves. Let me hit the button before I leave. -43 TV.
People who hide because they're cowards, trying to pretend that they have an opinion on me. They don't. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not these other people. I'm not Wes Watson. The things that Wes Watson is going through, I already went through in a millionfold, way, way before him. You see what I'm saying? So this is like becoming a trend. I mean, okay, that's a government agenda. Those are government agents, whether they're being paid or not. They were created by the Illuminati. They're being sent, if they're under monarch mind control, MK Ultra, right? They're being sent, right? So you can't put it past these people what they're doing. And like I said, it's an evil world. I mean, understand the world you live in. I don't trust nobody. Nobody. None of y'all. I don't care who you are. I don't trust none of y'all. None of y'all on my side. Like I said, that's my whole point. Like, y'all force talk. Like, we're not going to continue to do this, man. Like, all y'all just need to quit talking to me. Real talk, because I ain't got nothing to talk to y'all about. Like, real talk. That's all I'm saying. Like, me, I just know my civil rights. Like, nah, I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be at peace. Like, and that's it. You feel me? I'm not doing anything extra. So, like I said, when you got people on here and they want to pretend, oh, I'm doing something. Oh, I'm saying something. Oh, I think it's funny. I've never had that in my life. Never. Never had any issues. Like I said, people have tried. You know what I mean? It's just like God said. I mean, they didn't say that they won't create trying to come at me, but he said that it'll never prosper. You feel me? Like, not only does it not prosper, but like 9 times out of 10, I don't really feel it. You know what I mean? That's the point to me. That's where the faith comes in. That's where the justice comes in. That's where the righteousness comes into play. That's what my walk is about. And that's what I want to teach people. Like, that's what the game is all about. Feel me? Everything else is peanuts. Means nothing. Right? So, like I said, I mean, people act like I'm in a cage. I'm not in a cage, bro. I'm a wild animal that's free. Okay. Like I said, I have access to everything. I do everything. I move around. I go everywhere. I'm always be free. Right. Everybody knows that. Me, I'll talk all I want. Right. Hold on. And like I said, I mean, you know, the environment in the streets is a lot different than on the internet. And that's my whole thing. You know, I'm just saying, on the internet, you come into the internet, right? And they have it all set up where it's fake. Like I said, people like Wes Watson, Callie Muscle, all those people, I'm way bigger than on this platform. But they rig it to make it look different because they're all buying their subs and views, right? So they try to make it look like I'm small on this platform and they have a big platform, but it's actually the opposite. That's my whole point. So when the public looks at it, like, the public may look at it like, oh, like, he's just beginning. Well, in a lot of ways, I guess, but I mean, I've done more and accomplished more in these streets and in reality than anybody, especially financially. So clearly, I'm not just beginning. You all are beginning. If you're on YouTube and you have fake subs and fake views, you're beginning. And like I said, you can't make money like that. That's why they're doing all those fake functions where they try to sell merch, right? Get all these wannabe bodybuilders together and stuff so that they can pretend to sell merch because they're desperate for money. All I ever remember about Callie Muscle was him being broke. I'm just telling you the truth. Him being broke and then him being frail the minute that he stopped taking his cycles. That's just reality. So, like I said, I mean, reality is far different from YouTube. And like I said, that's the issue is when you've got those type of individuals like the big boy cartel dude and all that. I mean, yeah, it's an internet thing for everyone, but for them it's reality, you know. And the fact is that I'm just being truthful. I mean, you know, people that are in reality and in the streets, they're different than on YouTube. A lot of them, some of them may customize and custom themselves to fit within the YouTube standards, but YouTube ain't reality, bro. The streets is the streets. They're two totally different animals. I'm just telling you reality. You feel me? So my whole point is like, I mean, me, I don't have to watch what I say because I know who I am and I've proven it. I'm built like that. I could talk about who and whatever I want to do what I want for real. I've proven that. But these other dudes, they probably can't, being real, because they ain't built like that. Feel me? It's just like when y'all have these fake things on camera. I mean, it looks funny, it's fun to watch, but it's all for views, man. And the thing is, what I'm saying is that's the point. They're overcompensating too much and they're willing to do anything for views because they're narcs. That means they're not getting paid. And that's just like being in a gang. So, you know, they could be a YouTuber and then immediately go to prison because they made one wrong move. You know what I mean? Said one wrong thing. I mean, that's just how it works, man. So my whole deal is like, you got to be smart. You got to know how to move within this game and make the right moves that are positive, producive, and conductive for you and your environment. So the difference with me is nobody tells me what to do. Nobody controls me. I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And like me, I have a good head on my shoulders, so I make good, solid, sound decisions. You understand? And I'm not impulsive, right? So it's like, and it took a lot of work to get like this. Trust me. You feel me? But yeah, like I said, I mean, we're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna keep on winning. Like I said, we're gonna keep everything privatized away from all these individuals because none of them want to see me win. I mean, it's just clear as day. You know what I mean? Like they're all the enemy. It's written all over them. So like, cool, be the enemy, right? And do what you do. But like I said, I mean, have fun because the enemy with me always loses. And that's my only point, man. Like, like I said, they sit there, they look at me like they don't know me. None of them know me. They don't know nothing about me, bro. You feel me? And like I said, that's my whole thing is like I'm not about to sit here and start this fake internet stuff. You feel me? Like I said, like I don't know how it would go personally. Oh, that is adorable. I don't know how it would even go as far as me and YouTubers mixing it up because like I said, it's not the I mean, that was the same thing with the church thing. I mean, it's not a good environment for I mean, it could be, but it's not really a conducive environment unless I make everybody respect me, which is exactly what I always do. I mean, like I'm gonna take my respect, bro. I'm not asking. I don't care who it is. You feel me? So like I said, I would have to be in charge. But other than that, like I said, I mean, you're just putting a wild animal in a cage with a cat. That's exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't see how that's going to be conducive to my career. See, the thing you notice about me, I don't have to go back and forth with anyone or YouTubers. I don't have to have fake stuff. I just talk about my real life. I talk about what I actually do and things I actually go through. Like that's the thing. I mean, people really got to pay attention to the difference when I talk and the difference when all these fake wannabe celebrities talk. I mean, they're not celebrities. They're people who have been harvesting my energy, fake warlocks and witches who've been harvesting my energy for literally decades. So all that fake stuff they're talking comes from me. I created most of the ideas in the world I created, and I'm not just talking. Like I have concrete proof of it. I'm taking people to court over this. Like Tyree Sneed, like I said, stole the concept that I was teaching about religion, put it in hidden colors, sold it to his people, completely lied to all his people, and pimped his own people basically. And whatever free money he got, supposedly, I think that's all lies too. None of those people have any money. They don't have any real money, and it's like, well, then that shows you who has privilege. Because I'll tell you one thing that I can't do in my shoes. I can't sit there and do what you did because you ran a whole scam, nor would I want to. But you ran a whole scam and you should be taken to court for it and you should go to prison for it. It's a scam. I mean, you're selling your people. You know exactly what you're selling your people. Same concept as being a dealer, almost worse, right? Because you're selling them complete lies. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I would never want to do what they do, but I'm just saying I don't have the privilege to either. That's privilege. So who has the privilege? If that's all they do is beg online, right? And this is facts. Beg online, do GoFundMe's, right? Sit there and pull the you know what card over and over and over again. Well, then who has the privilege? Them. And that's the whole reality, is that they all have the privilege, right? And I just don't understand this culture of getting online and then pretending that I'm in a cage when I'm a human being. Like, I don't tolerate that towards animals or humans, and I ain't in no cage, homie. You feel me? So it's like I said, it's just weird. And then, like I said, like worrying about the wrong things. Like I said, I don't need nothing to win, nothing and nobody. I'm gonna win regardless. So it's like, I don't know what people are talking about. Like I said, like for me, it's so simple and easy, all that, because I already know what I got to do. That's what I'm doing already. I already have the game plan and formula to be successful. That's why I'm being successful. You feel me? If I didn't know what to do to be successful, you wouldn't see me successful already. Like, that's my whole deal, man. Is like, people with me, they just don't get it. They have no idea who I am. Like, no, like, you gotta understand, this is a lifestyle, bro. Like 52 blocks is a way of life. It's a spiritual way of life. I live like this. I got these tattoos on me for a reason, bro. You feel me? So it's like, I'm just saying, people have the whole game misconstrued. I'm telling you, the pecking order is me at the top, all the other fake organizations, fake gangs below me, way below me. They're not even close or comparable, right? And that's why, who do you see these people using? They use gang members, right? I mean, they send these people at me actively, right? They send gang members, they send little agents, right? At whoever who's stationed wherever. I mean, God is already making these people scatter. God is already driving them out of their little hiding spots. I already got word and confirmation of that too. They're gonna flip right now when they're hearing this, because they're gonna be like, "How does he know that? This dude really is a prophet." Like, yeah, God already told me he's driving y'all out of all your little hiding places because all y'all are homeless. Remember? So, like I said, that's my thing. Like, the devil can turn it up all he wants, because I already know that because of the readings. It's not gonna accomplish nothing because I stand with God. See, that's the thing people don't get. Like, the devil can do all the theatrics and antics he wants because he's weak. And God is just going to continue to stand his ground. Like, I am God. God works through me. Like, I'm the true Messiah. It's not fake, it's real. And it's right in front of you. And like I said, all of this, whatever you call it, spiritual and physical and everything, has been done right in front of all y'all's faces. That's reality. And who's winning? God. Not just me, but God. God uses me as a vessel to speak through me, and to touch the hearts of everybody. Like I said, I mean, what the reading told me word for word was that I'm God's son, basically, and I'm here to save all of God's children, which makes sense. That's reality. You know what I mean? That's why, like I said, I'm here to stop child trafficking completely. And it's not just about that. It's about, like, helping the people to climb out of the place that I'm in, because I've been completely broken. You know what I mean? And that's what it told me. It told me that's my life's purpose, to help people who are in the same boat, teach them how to get out of that, how to overcome, how to conquer, being in that predicament of fear and Satan and the devil, how to win against them with God, through God. Feel me? So that all makes sense to me. And that's, like I said, I mean, you couldn't have a greater life's purpose. So all these other people, I don't see all the same way, because, like I said, you're just part of the matrix. They don't see it. They could have whatever opinion. I don't care. Like, your opinion doesn't trump mine, because you're brainwashed and stuck in the matrix. That's what people don't understand. If you work your regular 9 to 5, you ain't got nothing on me. I work too, but I work for myself. I'm a boss, CEO of my own company. It's different. I'm way ahead of you. So, like I said, just because you're part of a matrix doesn't mean that you mean anything to me. Doesn't mean that I respect you or any of that. It means you're part of the matrix. It means you're just nobody to me. Real talk, that's the truth. You're really just an obstacle. That's why, like I told you, people will always be in the way, because they do everything right the way that I mean, it represents how they do everything, right? The irony is uncanny right now. But like I said, that's what people do. They sit there miserable, right? It's all pathetic, and that's it. I mean, like, I don't care what people do, bro. I just think it's absolutely pathetic. Like the ratings are telling me about attempts on me that are just embarrassing. Real talk that I don't even know about. You know what I mean? Like it just people just be funny, man. You know what I mean? Like let people be pathetic and let me do what I do. But I'm just trying to explain to you, I'm not in Wes Watson's boat. I'm not a Freemason. Those are all Masons. Kelly Muscle is a Mason. That's why he said Hollywood's been real good to me. If it was so good to you, nigga, why was you still broke when I met you? Answer that. If it was so good to you, why did I walk you to my Porsche paid for cash $25,000 with over $300,000 in the bank invested in the stocks, paying 3 to 4K to live in the hotel that you were trying to do a business deal with? Means I had so much more money than you. It's unreal. I didn't have to create a business or do any of that fake stuff. And like I said, I mean, I'm just saying, if that place entertains gangs doing illegal activity and clearly they were setting people up and tried to do it to me, and I walked away alive and well, I mean, what else do you think they're doing that's illegal? I'm just saying the truth. I don't ever do this maliciously. I'm just speaking on things that I went through, and then the truth comes out and exposes places, organizations, and people. See what I'm saying? I mean, like, this is the truth of your country. Your whole country is run off of a lot of illegal scams. And we need to come to a place as a country where we can exist and do things outside of the system and all legally the right way. And that's what I'm trying to teach people how to do and hopefully create some unity and bring this country back to the way it should be. Just because you're in the ghetto doesn't mean anything. If you're in the ghetto in the hoods, you should be uniting on a real forefront and learning how to do things legally the right way. You see what I'm saying? If you take the bait, right? Like we all know the government, we know the government, what they put out on all these streets, right? If you take the bait though, and you think that gives you permission to go do whatever, right? Because I mean, like I said, they put it all in the streets. They're the real criminal. They're who's responsible, right? So we all know that, right? So, I mean, that doesn't give you permission, right, to just run with what they did, right? They put it out on the street. The organizations, they don't get nothing. Nothing happens to them. But if you participate in what they put out on the street and what they did, then it's illegal and it's felonies and you go to prison for a long time and you go through all sorts of suffering, fines, everything. I mean, everything is just ruined for you. But them as an agency, they can get away with it. They don't even get like punished. They just get told something and then they get to basically turn around and do it all over again. You see what I'm saying? And then that's the problem with this country is those people think they're smart. They think it all has to be a predatory system when it doesn't have to be predatory. And what I'm introducing is a system that's not predatory, a system that's unification and unifying the people as a whole holistically and teaching what's right and teaching people how to be people. Like that's the thing. You have to respect humanity. You have to respect people's civil rights, human rights. That's not a choice or an option. That ain't up for discussion. You feel me? Nobody should have to ask that. That's just common sense. Right? So it's like I said, I don't know what people think, man, because the society that you're pretending that we're in, we've never been in, man. It's never been that kind of society. I mean, I've seen y'all try to make it into that type of society. Like, yeah, I mean, who cares? I don't care about your society. You can have it. Your society is a joke. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just saying people better start waking up and analyzing what's really going on, man, because a lot of you probably ain't hearing me. Like I said, if you're working a 9 to 5, you're a slave. I don't care how you look at it. And this is definitely the time that people should wake up and see what I'm saying and hear what I'm saying and see the truth within it. You're supporting a corporate paradigm. You have no idea what they're doing to the world, right? Because of all these corporations running and because of all their actions. And this is a fact, right? So, I mean, you're participating in that, right? It's just that simple, right? So, I mean, if you're participating in what they're doing and what the devil's agenda is, then you're participating. You're just as much to blame for it as anybody else, correct? And that's my whole point. I'm telling you, y'all better wake up, man, because like I see it coming around the corner. It's all coming. I mean, I just feel it. I'm a prophet. I'm predicting the future. I can see it all coming. Like, people are going to have to wake up, man. They're not going to have a choice. And what I think is that people are going to have to stand up like me. And that's when everybody's going to turn to me and look to me because I've been the general in this real everything going on in front of you, right? Since day one. And people are going to have to wake up, man. People are going to have to wake up and they're going to have to realize and understand you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You know, and if you haven't done that by now, that might be your issue. Because I've always stood up for myself, whether it be against the government, I don't care who it is, agency that's corrupt, whoever, the corrupt, evil, whoever. I mean, you have to stand up for yourself, man. I don't care who it is. Don't ever let anyone convince you you're doing wrong for standing up for yourself. And me personally, I'm going to keep standing up for myself in front of all of you. You feel me? Because what y'all people do is sick and wrong. Like I said, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Y'all are inhumane. Like, I don't do that, bro. I don't. I don't have to sit here and tolerate Satan. No, I don't. I don't have to tolerate inhumanity, and I'm not going to. So what's up? There's your answer. There's your response. That's what I thought. So, like I said, I mean, that's the whole thing, man. Like I said, there's never been a power struggle because God is in power. There's never been a power struggle because I'm in power. And the whole point is, I'm just saying, man, people better start paying attention, bro. You know, like I said, for me, people don't get it. Like I said, like I was talking to my homeboy about it today. He was like, that's good that you don't have a boss. I'm like, yeah, I basically do whatever I want and I get paid for it. Like, how can I lose? And that's my whole point. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've got the whole future mapped out already. The question is, do y'all? This is the future of money, digital marketing. The internet is the future. You know, you got those people online saying, oh, they're going to shut down the internet. They can't. You can't shut down the internet. It's too big already. There's too much going on it. There's too much commerce. You can't shut down the internet. And if they did, we'd all be in the same boat anyway. That's the whole point is, I mean, I'm sure at some point, I don't know how to explain it to you. I mean, what happens if the dollar bill, you know, completely devalues? I mean, to think that they're going to do that, I mean, I've seen them allow that inflation and just keep inflating the dollar forever. They're not going to turn around and suddenly be like, oh, yeah, devalued completely. They're not going to do it. It's just obvious. They're going to keep running with their Ponzi scheme. It's all lies. Like I said, the tech bubble, that was over with a long time ago. All that failed. Those companies are all going to fail. Right. And then I remember even one of these titles in these videos said something about billionaires are looking at you, said Elon Musk has discovered you. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he's seen me. Like literally, I'm sure he's seen me being Batman, right? Flying by on my scooter or whatever. Like, I don't care. He ain't no billionaire. I'm the self-made trillionaire. Like I really am and still am and was tangibly. He has never had any money. You know what I mean? You want to offer me an opportunity. I mean, that's all cute, but I ain't trying to hear nothing. Like, just put the money on the table up front. Like, real talk, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You not my friend. I would never want to work with these people. They're sellouts. So that's my point. I mean, you know, y'all are willing to sell your soul and then talk about fake digits of money. I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't sell my soul if it was real money. So it just depends because we different people. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah. Like if Elon Musk was going to offer me an opportunity, like I said, that money don't come from him. That money comes from the corporate system, the same government. So, I mean, he wouldn't be the one cutting me deal.
I see I have returned at peak stupidity. Once again, I thank you for your indulgence. I made a cup of coffee while I was gone, did a little bit of math, and decided that, yeah, I don't have to go back down to the gym today. I didn't eat nearly as much as I thought I would. So I'm probably only 200 calories to the good all day. So let's do it.
The government would be. He has no money. None of those Masons have any money. They have no ownership of anything. They don't own their soul. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm just saying you got to be real about what you're saying. I'd tell him the same thing to his face. I'd say just put the deal on the table and cut the check and show me the contract. That's it.
Oh, I agree, reality. I mean, just look at the title. I am God's son sent to rescue everyone. He should not be out amongst society.
You feel me? Like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, I'm not your homeboy. I'm not your friend. Like, real talk, bro. I'm a lot smarter than you, man. And that's the thing. Your society's a joke. You're trying to sit here and pretend like y'all have accomplished something. How are you going to accomplish something without competing? That's what I'm saying. Like, when y'all send trolls to say things that aren't true and make no sense, what's that supposed to do or accomplish? What's the point of that? That's silly.
It irritates the living hell out of you. Christmas Eve or no Christmas Eve, it's a real irritant. It's a whole lot of sand in your Vaseline. And yeah, I picked that analogy on purpose, and never forget the root word of analogy is anal. Negative 43 TV.
That doesn't mean anything. Like I said, the NBA, not the best basketball players in the world, not even close. Same with WWE, same with MLB, same with the NBA. NBA is just a bunch of monarch mind-controlled slaves under
Everybody in society that does anything is inferior to Tyree Sneed. Yes, indeed, a 35-year-old madman with the worst dentition that you have ever seen. He claims to be the greatest athlete of all time, and we all know it's horseshit. My God, you were flexing on beating a one-armed man at one-on-one basketball on a 6.5 foot tall rim. Good Lord in heaven, you lame.
under MK Ultra. It's an actual program, bro. You can
MK
print out
Ultra.
manuals on this stuff. They
MK
teach people how to
Ultra.
do this. Okay? Me, I'm not inhumane. I would never want to, but like I'll read and study and learn the knowledge about it and how to defend myself from it. Figure that out on my own. So all I'm saying is people want to copy me, but they don't even understand the truth.
He did, in fact, say that YouTube was going to shut down, and he was the one that was going to cause it. I'm going to shut YouTube down. YouTube doesn't even know who you are. It's quite apparent because over the last week, you have been flagged by various people over 1,000 times. Yes, there's been a little bit of a campaign going on here, and it's done fuck all. It's done absolutely no good whatsoever. Why do they protect you? I can't figure it out. They must be protecting you. Anybody else would have lost their channel 500 times over.
Of anything I'm saying or why I do what I do. You can't just repeat words. I mean, you don't understand the concept of what I'm saying. The point of what I'm saying is the world is an illusion. The world is fake. There is no real money. When they say people won the lottery, it's a lie. The news does nothing but lie to you. Y'all just believe everything. That's the thing. I'm not sitting here dismissing a reality I can't deal with. I'm dismissing a reality that I know is fugazi and full of it and fake. And I'm proving it. Like I said, Delonte West got with LeBron's mom. He was extradited, completely excommunicated from the NBA.
There does seem to be more than a little bit to the fact that Delonte West topped off LeBron James's mother years and years ago. His leaving the league had nothing to do with it. May have had a little bit to do with it, but the fact that he out and out lost his mind had more to do with it than anything, just like you. And he wound up just where you are because, again, he lost his mind. He fell out of the tree.
Homeless immediately. You saw that video where the girl was asking him, yo, what did you do with all your money? Like, you didn't invest any of your money? Like, who are you to tell him that when I guarantee you her ignorant self never invested any money, number one. Number two, how are you going to invest in money that you were never paid? Athletes like Derek Jeter, they say he's the highest paid shortstop in baseball. There is no money.
Oh, my God, his ignorance, his ignorance, his ignorance, his ignorance. He's been retired for, 7 or 8 years. He's been in the Hall of Fame for at least 3 years. To get in the Hall of Fame, you have to be out of the game for at least 5 years. What in the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? He hasn't played baseball in going on 10 years. Good Lord, man, you're out of touch.
In baseball. They do not pay their players.
And it's not just reality. It's sports too, which is not reality, kids.
That's why any retired player.
I mean, it is reality. It's just a reality at the end of the day that doesn't matter for shit.
From any of these leagues.
No, you can't have $2 billion for a stadium. Comma, what the fuck is wrong with you?
NBA, MLB, NFL. They all go broke immediately and bankrupt.
But we need a new stadium. This one was only built 18 years ago. It's too old.
They do not give them any money. They facilitate your lifestyle while you're in the league. The minute that you leave the league, your contract is terminated.
No shit.
They got rid of Delonte.
No kidding. The minute you leave the league, your contract is terminated. Oh, man. How long did it take that big think brain of yours to come up with? No, man. Mind blown. It never occurred to me. Unless, of course, you're Bobby Bonilla. That's right. He played for the Mets. I don't know who he signed this contract with. I know it wasn't the Mets. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was the Mets. He makes $500,000 a year every year until 2034, and he's been getting that money for 12 or 13 years.
West, because of what he did, because LeBron has to be favored, and a man got with his
By his
actual
logic,
mother,
yes.
right? So LeBron didn't like that too much, right? Because he's a peon peasant and a coward. So instead of him standing up to Delonte West and saying something about it or addressing him, and he didn't do nothing about it because he's a coward, right? They had to go through their system and say, okay, we're
He didn't stand up to him about that. I'm reminded of a No Effect song back when they were fun and good. They once recorded a song. It's one of my sentimental favorites. It's called "Please Stop Fucking My Mom."
gonna blackball him, target him. He's thrown out
My mom. Please stop fucking my mom. It's a classic.
the league, and that's it. Terminate his contract. That's how they do you. See, they can't terminate my contract because I don't have one with them. I make my own money. My money is produced by God.
Oh Jesus!
You see what I'm saying? That's the point of what people don't get.
LeBron took a break from basketball. I don't even know if he's back yet or not, and don't care. It was pretty obvious what was going on there. Apparently, the French maid outfit picture was not a Photoshop job, and he took time off because he was trying to convince his common law wife not to divorce his bisexual self.
You're not ahead of me if you're going to work and working a 9 to 5. You're so far behind me, it's unreal because it's not.
Joshua Carlton is here. I love No Effects right up to the war on errorism. When all of a sudden they got all political and shit, it was over. What I loved about No Effects, other than the fact that they were loud, fast, and hard, they were funny. The songs were funny. It was an escape. No Effects' music has not been an escape since the war on errorism. I do not need any fucking band shoving their beliefs in my face, whether I agree with those beliefs or not.
Not even with me
Entertain me. Don't preach to me.
running this company. I don't have to run this company. I have to suffer and struggle.
And how is Cassie on this Christmas Eve, Joshua?
And that's how I make my millions of dollars because, again, God is who's producing my budget. My budget is being produced through the universal laws of karma. The more that I struggle and suffer, that's my purpose in this world. The more stripes I get, the more stripes I take, the more I put y'all fools in your place and expose you, the more illegal organizations I shut down. My budget gets created off that from God. See, I'm getting paid to do God's work directly from God. It's different. That's what y'all people will never fathom and can't comprehend. So like I said, the things that you say, you
all right, everybody, the stream, Tyree, he's off the air. It has ended. I think we can safely assume that this is going to be it for the evening. And when we reach the end of this one here, why, it's going to be the end of our evening together, but yet it will still be the beginning of the evening. I have all kinds of fun stuff coming up with just my wife and I, and we are absolutely going to enjoy our Christmas Eve. And we certainly hope that you continue to enjoy your Christmas Eve wherever it is that you are in the world. I think Responsibility might have been, I know Fear did a song called Responsibility. Yeah, working double shifts and I'm not getting any sleep. I think that was Fear, and I love fucking Fear.
already know you could never tell me. I'm not
The band, I don't like being scared.
in your matrix. I'm completely outside of it. I'm looking from the outside in, looking at it, laughing at you. Real talk, it's like I'm invisible. It's like I'm a ghost. I'm not a part of your society. That's why they want so bad to attach me to something or attach me to the society. I have no attachment. I'm an ascended being, bro. Are you serious? I reached ascension, past ascension. I'm like a super saiyan walking amongst you. Gods amongst men, literally. Like a real, true angel. That's what I am. An earth angel, but a real, true angel in the flesh. That's what Batman is. That's the whole concept. That's why he has wings. So it's like I said, like, people can tell themselves what they want, man. Like, I just would love to hear what people think because I noticed that they never listen. Like, half y'all, if y'all listen to my live streams, I know you ain't really listening. Most people don't even have the ability to critically analyze anymore because this society is so brainwashed and dumbed down. It's all peasants.
Yeah, I had a CD of MXPX's Life in General back in the mid-90s. That was some fun stuff.
I'm just being real, man. They don't even think for themselves. I would love to hear somebody who actually thinks their opinion, because the first time they would give their opinion, I would have completely shut it down with reality and tell them, well, yeah, that's your opinion, but
yeah, makes you really wonder, doesn't it? Ain't no party like a Diddy party. And then Diddy laughs, of course, and he's got his goons behind him. what a swell guy. You can always know that you're dealing with a high quality person when they travel with goons. Not an entourage, but goons. There's a difference.
It doesn't matter because your opinion doesn't exist. I'm not saying it to be any type of way. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Because if you had any opinion on me, like I've had people say,
yes, you've seen them a million times. Those dudes that can't punch their way out of a paper bag because they don't need to, because they got guys.
Weird things to me, right? Like, oh yeah, like, yeah, it's weird that he's doing that. It's weird to be Batman. How does that even make sense? How weird of a society can you get where they think it's weird to become who you're supposed to be and intended to be and what God made you?
Oh my goodness. You know, at this time, it might really be appropriate for every one of us here to remember just how fortunate we are to have family that loves us, to be here amongst each other as much as anything else, and to know that your life is better than his life because he's an evil, gutless piece of shit.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
This society is delusional.
I don't have to imagine it. It's reality.
You know, this society is run by psychotic lunatics. That's the whole point. You can't point the finger at me. We're pointing the finger at all of you. We're here to expose you. That's the only way it's going to go. You feel me? You can't expose the truth. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. People have the whole game backwards, and that's it. Like I said, everybody's in for a...
I will absolutely do that. Reality, we got everything lined up. We're going to have a nice one.
rude awakening because they're going to keep on seeing the truth come out and expose itself. I don't know how else to...
So one last time, in the spirit of Christmas itself, smoke them if you got them. Have a drink if you're drinking. Lord knows it happens on Christmas Eve, but you know, the really smart ones out there, you know, the ones that don't smoke or don't drink or don't do anything, you can just vibe with us on a higher level, and you'll probably have the best experience of all of us. Not for me, I'm lighting up.
Express it to you. I don't know how else to explain it to you or tell you. I've told you more than once. Told you before, right? So, like I said, let people run their mouth, do what they do. Like I said, I'm Tyree Sneed. I run the streets for real. King of the streets, king of everything. Took everything on with pure bravery. Stood up to everyone in their face. Backed everyone down. G-checked everyone. Sunned everyone. I mean, everything. By myself. And I'm one man. And I do my thing all over the country still right now. And y'all talk about money and resources. I mean, you got dudes online talking about they got money, but they clearly don't. You got them talking about money, but they don't move and travel like I do. I mean, you can see their lifestyle doesn't come close. The reading just said, you got the same people who wish they were around me for Christmas, but they're never going to be around me because they're psychotic and I want nothing to do with them, right? Because they're out of their mind and they want to...
Blue Devil, I'm going to assume the question is, can one consume enough drugs without passing on into the great beyond to reach the level of psychosis that Tyree Sneed has achieved? Well, if you listen to some lame-ass bitch in California, it happened to her. Remember, she got so fucked up on weed that she cut her boyfriend's head off. So apparently all you got to do is smoke a joint or three.
Just sit there and try to...
Of course, that whole thing was complete fucking bullshit, and she should still be in prison. She walked.
Hold me back.
Marijuana induced psychosis. I've been smoking marijuana since 1973, and allow me to personally tell you that's bullshit.
Instead of allowing me to spread my wings and fly and do me and just enjoy myself and my life, which I'm doing on my own without any of you, right? Because I don't deal with y'all. I don't have y'all coming near me, right? Like y'all, I would never let y'all come near me.
Because you're
right?
a wuss.
Not your friend, right? So like I said, I mean, the readings say all of that, bro. Talks about all of that, man. You feel me? So it's like, it's all crystal clear, man. You know what I mean? Like, people see what it is, bro. It ain't complicated, man. You feel me? So that's all I really got to say, man. Like, people got to get with reality, and that's about it, man. I'm not in no trap. I'm not in no weakened position. I'm not defenseless. I'm in charge. All right? And there is no way to antagonize me. People are just going to have to sit there and watch the angel win and make it, just like the reading said. That's how I feel. 100%, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm just not stopping. I'm not going to stop pushing no matter what. Feel me? And that's what it takes, and that's what's necessary. So, like I said, I just think people are weird.
You have no idea what anything takes.
because the whole thing is weird. I just woke up completely to this matrix. Like I said, this is the devil's den, man. I mean, if you can't see the eye of Horus everywhere, I give up. The other thing I'm studying too is about how the Christ within, and I already know that entire system about my spine and the limbic system and all that. Like I'm studying all that, talking about the fluid that the ancients, the esoteric knowledge that the ancients tried to protect. I already know about that. I already basically think I know the way to get that fluid to work, right? And it's about immortality, about regeneration, right? Which is part of what I'm trying to do, regenerate. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Or psychedelics to like just a massive bad trip, but it's not worth clawing your eyes out to know what it feels like to be Tyree Sneed.
I'm studying things from like way past medieval times.
Just imagine that your mind is blank and your nuts are numb.
Like Atlantis, predating Atlantis.
That's when you know you got it.
I'm supposed to be someone that I was in Atlantis, and I was like a big high position in Atlantis, and I'm thinking I might have been an enforcer of some sort. I don't know if I was like the top dude, the pharaoh. I have no idea, but I was somebody in Atlantis in a past lifetime, and Egypt, since they're kind of around the same time, honestly. Right? So they're definitely connected. And like I said, that's what they say the pyramids are for.
Every now and again he says something so stupid I just can't riff on it.
But the pyramids have something to do with it. The point is, if you can reach Christ consciousness within, and then the problem is when they teach it, they try to dismiss all religion. No, God is still real. God is real, but yes, the Christ within thing is a real thing too, I believe. It makes sense, but it's something that God can teach you how to reach. That's why it's in the Bible. See what I'm saying?
No.
But to say that, oh, all the concepts are just within our bodies, I mean, no. God is still real, man. He has to be, because he been telling me every step of the way what I'm supposed to do through these downloads. You know,
those are what they call aural AURAL hallucinations. You're hearing things, voices, as it were.
You know what I mean? Like, God is real, bro. That's how I feel. I'm gonna keep on saying it no matter what. I mean, it's just how I feel, genuinely. It's not a wish. Yeah. I truly feel and believe wholeheartedly God is real. I've been holding on to God with everything I have. That's the only reason I'm even talking to you. Feel me? Or able to. So, like I said, you know, I know what the devil wants for me. I mean, I don't really care what the devil wants. I don't care what the devil's opinion is. I don't care about your fake world. I don't care about your fake jobs. I don't care that all you are stuck in your society miserable. And like I said, that's hell. That's hell to not be able to believe in anything. That's hell to not be able to get out of this society, to not believe that you're more powerful than a regular human being. Imagine being a slave. I can understand why these people are so mad at me and miserable, but quit worrying about me. It ain't my fault. It's your fault. You're the one who won't self-reflect. You're the one who won't learn this knowledge and learn something, or listen to the program and learn and take from it.
You're the one that says, you know, can't nobody tell me shit. And
y'all want to take what's mine from me, and you're doing it maliciously. That's why you can't actually learn it. None of you are going to have ever reached God consciousness. You're not going to reach Christ consciousness because you're not listening to me, and because you're not doing it from a pure heart. God is not going to allow something that's not pure. You see what I'm saying? That's my whole point. People have the game backwards, man. Quit worrying about, that was the thing. Like when I say I run the streets, I really run the streets. It's not I even have to worry about, bro. I'm so active, it's unreal, because I move in a vibration of love. You see, I talk faster than y'all, I live faster than you, I move faster than you, because it's a real thing. I'm a real genius. I'm not one of these made up stories on your TV. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, what I've been through physically and just in my life, you could never even fathom or imagine. None of you could ever walk in my shoes. So it's like, how are you going to judge me? You can never judge me because you don't know me. You don't know what I've had to come up against. You have no idea about my challenges, but God does. You have no idea about my tears, about my pain, my suffering, my joy, nothing, but God does. God has seen it all. Just like God saw everything you people did towards me maliciously, right? Trying to stop me from living my life, right? Trying to stop me from ascension, trying to stop me and block my blessings. God saw all of it. So like I said, that's something that's between y'all and God. God said, vengeance is mine. You feel me? It's that simple. So I have nothing else to say, man. I'm just really laughing at y'all. You know, I'm sitting with God laughing. Easy.
You're sitting with God laughing, are you? You're doing something right now. Feeling bad has something to do with what you're doing right now. I'm just going to guess that was I am God's son sent to rescue everyone If that doesn't doom him to hell, I don't really know what's going to get the job done. And that is all that I have for you on this Christmas Eve. I would like to say at this point in time, this thing turned into something I didn't think that it would. I thought that maybe it would be somewhat lightly attended, but it was not. And for that, I have you to thank and everybody who was here previously to thank for a show that was simply a gigantic success, an unexpectedly gigantic success. Thank you so much, Silicone, for your super chat. Always appreciated as always. So here is the programming note. I believe that tomorrow if I started at 10:30 in the morning, that works better with my schedule. So, but then again, maybe one does. I don't know. I just look at Sneedville Now magazine for the time for tomorrow's big Christmas show, including all of the footage from Viva Las Vegas, even the footage that was not used. So it's time to bring up the house lights and go home, but it should probably explain why this show ends the way this show ends for any newer people that may be here. Negative 43 TV is a television station. I hope you heard the air quotes there. And back when I was younger, all broadcast stations would go off the air, usually with the national anthem, many times with the national anthem in conjunction with what I'm about to show you. And every now and again, just this video here. This is from 1961, I believe, the year of my birth. And this film that you're about to see closed the broadcast day of, at its peak, over 350 television stations in the United States. It's called High Flight. And that's why I run it, man. It's a television station, and we're gonna play the fantasy out to its ultimate conclusion. So it is time to bring up the house lights and go home. Continue to have just the best Christmas Eve that you know how to have. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be another long in and out type of show, but it'll be here for you all day long. You can watch the show or just show up to chat with your friends. A lot of times that's the biggest part of the fun on Negative 43 TV, and I really wouldn't have it any other way. So until the next time, I'm Richbaritone, and I'll talk to you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.